T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
All right, you're now tapped into the coolest reptile podcast in the world. Welcome to the Monday Nights New Breeder on the Block series. We got my man Ray from Alluring Serpents in the building. Looking forward to tonight's episode. What's good to everyone in the early birds? But if this is your first time tapping in, what is good? I'm your boy MJ. Do your boy a favor if you're into keeping reptiles, breeding, admiring, just overall, pets. Doesn't matter, man. If your love is for the reptiles, then this is the right channel to be at. This is the right podcast to be at. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're on top of every podcast I drop here on this channel. And then drop a comment. Let me know what you like best. Let me know if you like what I'm doing or if you don't. Let me know if you like what the guest is doing. Just give me some feedback. That'd be great in the comments. Thank you for all the love and support. I want to say thank you to all the viewers out there. And I got to say, shout out to my Patreon members. I love you guys so much. If you're looking for exclusive content, if you want to get more than what you see here, or if you just want to tap in with some die-hard trappers, and guess what? Based off the events that I've been going through lately, with the Patreon members I have, they are die-hard as shit. They're my family. We're literally family. Family sticks together, and that's the Trap Talk Patreon family. So I want to say from the bottom of my heart, my Patreon members, love you guys. You guys are the best. But you out there, if you want to come join us, go down to the very first link below. Click on the Trap Talk Patreon link. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord with over 30 channels that you could just chat in anywhere with life to life stuff or just reptile stuff, you name it. It all goes down the Trap Talk Patreon family. And yes, you guys are amazing. Give me a follow on Instagram, TrapGod619 on IG. That's where I'm very active with all my projects, my productions, such as ballpythons and a lot of other stuff I'm really into. And put that all out there on my Instagram page. So TrapGod619, give me a follow, and then go follow the podcast's page as well. The Trap Talk Podcast on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, shoot me a like. What's good? Show me some love on Facebook. Head over to my Facebook page, the Trap Talk Podcast on Facebook. Follow, like it, and shout to you if you're watching right now on Facebook. Appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, man, who's here? Who's ready to rock and roll? Because like I said, I'm excited for tonight's guest. I just have a good feeling about tonight. You know, everyone has a story, right? And I'm just really looking to hear what Ray, what Ray's all about, what brought Ray into the game, right? But I do want to say, first and foremost, who's here in the early birds ready to rock and what was that? Who's here in the early birds ready to rock and roll? We got my boy Elite Exotics BP, Trap Talk Patreon member in the building. Got the homie Julio Fulio in the building, Trap Talk Patreon member, flexing that is a beautiful bow. Is that a Sanzinia? No. I don't know. Julio, what is that? You're tripping me out. That shit's sick. Trap Talk Patreon member. Jordan, Heartland Reptiles, Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. FTL Reptiles, Levi, what is good? Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Thanks for joining the family. Heathen Hatchery, Trap Talk Patreon member. My dog, Brian. It's my dog right here. Seriously, a loyal one. Trap Talk Patreon member. Go give him a follow on Instagram. The homie Aaron. Sorry I missed you at the Reptile Super Show, dog. This is the homie Jacob Letterbetter cousin, OG. Prolific Pythons, Trap Talk Patreon member. Don't sleep on this guy. I'm telling you right now, nor his cousin. Jacob, you better be here, goddammit. But anyways, thank you so much, Aaron, for being here. Look at who is here. One of my favorite podcasters in the game, right? Hey, listen, I'm not lying. Keys brings it together. That's my dog right here. Big Keys, Keisha, love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. Really mean that. And yeah, seriously, he has Keys. Keisha supports the whole community. And I fucking love that, you know, in a non-political way. Kingdom Pythons, what's up? Thanks for tapping in. The homie Ricky Bobby, SRT, my dog Shane. Thanks for being here, dog. Trap Talk Patreon member, Team Zoom Dreams, my bro right here. Big things in the works with me and my man right here. And then my guy Angel, who just went to his very first Reptile Super Show on the vendor side of things. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't vending, but he was helping me vend. He held it down, man. That's my dog Angel, Reptile Club 310. I had a good time with you, bro. Rumors on the street, this guy might be going to Tinley. Are you going to be going to Tinley? Shit, I cannot wait. Arlington first and foremost, right around the corner. But man, good seeing you, Angel. Keep going to those shows, bro, and the dots will be connected. The homie Josh, also at the Reptile Super Show, had a hell of a time. From what I know, he killed it. I know he killed it Saturday. So go give him a follow, Scale Fins and Feathers. My boy Josh, I do want to say Josh is a huge, important piece of why I have Green Tree Monitor eggs doing really, really well right now. I'm knock on wood. 3 Green Tree Monitor eggs cooking in my incubator, all from the help of this guy right here, Josh from Scale Fins and Feathers. He told me little slight things that I took advantage of, and boom, it happened. Thank you so much. Trap Talk Patron member, my brother right here. Thank you so much. Chantel, my homegirl. Trap Talk Patron member, Team Zoo Dreams. My girl, my wife. Oh, man. Shout out to the queen of the trap, ladies and gentlemen. My wife, Lily. Thank you so much for being here, wife. I love you so much. And yeah, I got to look at your schedule book here because people want that podcast. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a dangerous one for me, I feel like. You're going to kill it. I can already tell you that one. Constrictor Connection, my dog. Trap Talk Patron member all day, every day. We need to finish our conversation. I think this guy always asks me questions at the wrong time, and I want to help him, but he's asking really challenging questions because I have to give him thorough answers, and I do want to give you those. So we're getting back to the Chondro Talk by tomorrow. Hit me up. My dog right here, Constrictor Connection, Trap Talk Patreon member. I love my Patreon members. Wiz Constrictors, my dog right here. Listen, I fuck with the entire Usual Suspects. Seriously, you guys are all legendary in my book. My dog Wiz, he's like the footprint to me, putting respect on the Usual Suspects family. And I gotta say, Wiz Constrictor, thank you for connecting with me and all your homies, because they are real ones, man. And I feel like if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have this guy Ray coming on the show right now. And I'm excited for this shit. So thank you, Wiz. I appreciate you so much. Go give him a follow on Instagram. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. It's my dog. He's a real one for sure. Eric's More Factory. What is good? Thanks for tapping in. Nicole in the building. Oh my God. You know it's gonna get in that. Okay, listen. Let's see what Nicole has to say today. Okay. She's gonna be, she talks in the chats. And I cannot wait to see what her input is on tonight's show. The homie Dennis in the building, Trap Talk Patreon member. Shooter McGavin. It's my dog. The homie Morphinary Arts. That's my dog right here. The homie Brock. Trap Talk Patreon member all day. Eden's Den. What is good? The homie Jay Holbrook in the building. What is good? Trap Talk Patreon member. Got excited because I saw that big homie Mike from Hurt Collectors. Another sick ass podcaster in the game. Looking forward to getting this guy on the show. When is it going to be? I don't know. Don't trip. But it's going to go down. Sexing and Flexing. Don't sleep on their podcast. Go to YouTube right now. Go fuck with my boy Levi, the homie Chris. Sexing and Flexing. And you know what, guys? I do want to go back on your show. So let's set that up. Let me know how we could set that up. I appreciate it. The homie Dre, DW Exotics, who had the last Monday slot, killed that shit. And I think he killed it so hard that I'm going to end it right now with the homie DW Exotics. Guys, I see all you guys here in the early chats. If you really want to throw shit down, if you got a topic, if you got anything that you want to put down for me to see, throw a super chat. Don't be shy with super chats because it's going to be great, man. Because like I said, mad respect for this guy. All because he keeps it real. I don't really see, here's the thing about the Usual Suspects. I don't really see much like one favoring the other. I see a bunch of respect amongst all the men in the Usual Suspect group. I've been noticing this because I've been watching their Friday shows. I see how they all come together. You guys got to let Patrick Rose smoke. I'm just kidding. No, you don't. No, listen, I got to say, community's everything. We all, in a sense, got our own cliques. As much as cliques don't like to be, is it everyone's favorite word? It is what it is. We stick with each other. But at the end of the day, we're all in this together. So if you guys are ready, let's get the likes up for my man Ray, because New Breed on the Block series, episode 289. Here we have Ray from Alluring Serpents in the building. What is good, Ray?
Hey, what up, big dog?
Yeah, here he is.
Thank you so much for having me here. Appreciate you very much, bro.
You know what won me over, bro? Your White Sox hat.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Actually, I think you got one. I seen you with it.
I'm telling you, bro. I mean, I'm just saying, I just look for those kind of connections, and then sure enough, you're somebody I fucking really looking forward to speaking to tonight. So thanks for being
cool,
here,
man. I hope I could bring some light to dark situations. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, listen, if anyone out there is wondering, hey, where's the intro and all that, I just want to just get straight to the point for right now. It is, I don't want to say it's a dark time. It's a tough time. I got to say, what's going on with my sponsors, that's kind of on private terms right now. And it's just kind of up in the air. will I ever have sponsors again? I guess time will tell. We will find out. But for right now, I think what's more important is just sticking to the basics. And here we are, back to fucking business. No matter who wants to support me or not, we're here, back to business, and we're gonna stick it to business.
Let's fucking go, man.
Ray, ball pythons. Go ahead. Did you want to say something?
No, I was just gonna say, man. You know, you're only canceled if you subscribe to that shit. So don't even worry about it, though. You keep doing you.
God bless, man. Now let's talk about doing you, man. What's going on? How did Ray even stumble into the reptile community? How did you even think about getting a rack and you know how to use an ultrasound? Let's talk about where did all this come from?
So I won't go like too deep, but I've always liked animals my whole life. About 8 years ago, well, my first interaction with a ball python, I was 12 years old when I had met my dad, and he had all different bunch of animals, but I was like drawn to that, and I loved holding it and putting it around my neck, and I used to just chill in the house with it, and that's just where my heart was at with all the animals he had, because he had ferrets, cats, dogs, everything. But I was like, yo, this python, it was just a normal, obviously, but this thing was fucking huge, bro, right? So
yeah,
obsessed with it, man. You know, to me at 12 years old, it was like holding a retake. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, amazed. And then, good.
No, I was gonna say, like, here's the thing, like for me, when I first saw a snake and I saw how big they can get, I always wanted to find a snake that big, but not everyone has the same kind of it's as much as there are a lot of animal lovers, not everyone at a young age likes a snake like that. You know what I mean? It's just, that's kind of what determines why you are what you are right now. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's either in you or it's not. Yeah,
right. It's like, and you don't really pick it either. It's like, you didn't choose to, you didn't chose to be so obsessed with the snake. It just naturally happened with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. So let's fast forward in time. And so about 8 years ago, I owned a tattoo shop with my buddy, and I was dating this chick, and she said she wanted to get a ball python, and I was like, yo, I like snakes. Yeah, let me go with you, and I'll help you pick out something cool. Let's see what they got. And then I walked in, and I just started seeing all these different morphs. Now, to me, everything was a normal previously, right? That's all I knew about.
Right,
was normals. I didn't know they had morphs and genetics and all this stuff. So I saw spinner blast is yellow, brown, and white, and I was like, oh shit, let me get that immediately. I think it was like $300 or $400 or whatever. But
what year was this?
This is about 8 years ago. So
okay, yeah.
And
those spinner blasts were hot as fuck then. Like those were like that's when codoms it misled you thinking you need to invest in just codoms. Like codoms were so hot that you would just look past a recessive. You know what I mean?
I didn't even know what a codom was, homie. I didn't know what a recessive was. I didn't know what anything was. I was just like, yo.
Hey, one whole year. Hey, I got to 60 snakes before I figured out what a codom and a recessive was.
60,
bro. I went ballistic. I met this homie on Craigslist. His name's Victor. Also goes by Daniel. This fool's so gangster. He goes by 2 different names, but he just started bringing me like breeder females. He's like, dude, you're gonna breed this to that. And then what I was doing was getting snakes without telling him. And I was just buying. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy that, and that would look cool with that, and that would look cool with that. And when I showed him, he's like, dog. He's like, you need another pie to make that. He's like, you can't make this with that unless you have that. And I'm like, what? And also too, not to get too sensitive or right off the bat, but I had a lot of shit with spider in it. And bro, I would come into my room. I remember I had like 16 spiders in one rack. I would come into my room at night, bro, and they would be all like this, like fucking like they were possessed, all corkscrewing. And I'm like, what is that? Like, bro, it was traumatizing.
Oh my god, no, that is traumatizing. When I brought her home and I set her up, so like I jumped on YouTube real quick and I started learning about how do I husbandry. I saw Brian Barczyk with racks. So I'm like, oh, I got to build a rack, right? So how do I build a rack? So I start YouTubing how to build a rack. And I'm quick, man. When I'm into something, I move really fast.
Right, because you have passion. So it's like you're just, you know what I mean?
If I could get it done, if I could get it done right now, I'm getting it done right now. I'm not even procrastinating. I'm not waiting. Let's get it done, right? So I did that, and I had that first snake, and it just kind of like snowballed, and it went from like 1 to 2 to 7 to 10 to 12, and it was just like the typical story that everybody has. And I'm doing it just like you did. I'm just buying shit that look cool, right? So I'm like, yo, that looks cool. That looks cool. Oh, a brown snake with a stripe on it. I don't even know what it's called. Let me get it. And they're like, oh, that's a genetic stripe, and it has calico. And I'm like, yeah, whatever that means. Give it to me, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Exactly. So then, started collecting snakes. I started seeing, people breeding snakes, and I was like, okay, cool. So you got to, put the male and the female together. I got to set up an incubator. They have ovulations, and you got to palpate and all. I suck at palpating. Can't do it. Haven't been able to do it this entire time, right?
Even now, you still can't palpate today?
Bro, I can't palpate, bro.
It is kind of because here's the thing. It's just kind of misleading, especially if it's like, if you got a snake that just ate, not to, it's just like, it's kind of weird. There's a certain point where I feel comfortable, but then like when they're really small, I feel like I can't feel them and other people can. So
yeah. So I must have watched. Yeah, I must have watched Jay Kabelka's palpating video 1,000 times.
I think we all have.
He's like, yeah, you go like this and you feel the little marbles and this. I'm like, bro, am I feeling pieces of shit right now? And I'm like, I'm like, what is this an organ? Is there anything there? But long story short, I ended up breeding a queen bee to a normal just to get my feet wet. I built an incubator out of a big cooler, bought some heat tape, got a thermostat, all that stuff. And she laid me 12 eggs. My first clutch was 12 eggs. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And they were all healthy and good, right? So the babies hatch out and I'm just in love. It's like being a dad again.
Right.
Like you don't have kids yet, but when you have your first kid, bro, and you're in that hospital room and there's a baby coming out and it's just like next level, right? So seeing pips, I start cutting. I had my kids with me. I had my neighbors with me. It was like a big fucking fiasco. Like, yo, we got snake eggs. Let's fucking go, right?
That's huge.
Yeah, really cool. So I built a hatchling rack out of wood and 2x4 and plywood. The shit was so heavy, bro. And I started selling snakes on Craigslist because I really didn't know where to sell them at, right? I'm like, what do I even do with all these snakes that I don't want to keep?
Right.
So I link up with people on Craigslist selling snakes, and then I ended up having to move. So I ended up selling a lot of stuff, and then I had my youngest son, who you met backstage. Christian. Yeah, Christian, man, he's cool, bro.
Good spirit in that kid. I could just, you have a kid that lights up like that. It's like, man, you can't go wrong with that,
Yeah, my G, I didn't even know his favorite animal was a monkey.
Bro, but he had a whole reason behind it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like he's been thinking about this for a while.
Yeah, long story short, man, he wants it to be his homie. He's like, yo, play with me. Let's play video games. Let's get drinks for me. It's pretty funny, man. But yeah, his mom, my girl, is an animal lover too, like I am, and she's a vet tech. So she just started her own business with like a mobile pet services. So she'll do like medicine administration. She'll do a sanitary groom. She'll do medical transport. She'll do
wow.
Yeah, anything pet related that you don't need to be a veterinarian for, she does it.
So does that kind of explain why you already had your hands and experience with ultrasounds already? I mean, not that you can't do it at any point, but like, was that that was on your own, or did she recommend that? I'm curious.
Nah, that was on my own, man. Actually, so I just got the ultrasound. I think it was, I keep saying this year, but we're in 2023, but really it was 2022, right?
Right.
So I got to get used to that. But I paired my spinner blast, and I knew she had eggs because you could kind of hold them like this and you can kind of see the lumps. And I was like, dude, I wonder how big the follicles are so I could get an idea of when she's going to ovulate or when she's going to lay and prepare myself, right? And the palpating thing sucked, and I started calling people and asking them, yo, can I use your ultrasound? Can I bring my snake to your place and use your ultrasound? Now these are people that are strangers, bro. I don't know anybody.
Right.
So I just go on Morph Market and I start calling random people, and I'm like, hey, can I do? And now, innocent and ignorant, I'm thinking it's no big deal. But now that I'm deeper into it, I see that that's fucking psycho, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yo, who is this guy trying to use my ultrasound, right?
Wait. Can I pause you and tell you something even more psycho real quick?
Yeah, sure, let's hear it.
And my wife, thank God my wife stopped this one, because mind you, bro, like the very first year I got into this, like especially after I figured out, like, okay, it was right before my year mark is right when I realized, well, the guy I was kind of being mentored by was like, hey, you should take your account off private because no one could really see your snakes when you post it. And I didn't even know that. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, because I was very private before the snake live. I didn't show, like, I just had my homies follow me and that was it, right? Yeah. So, but I didn't really know how to really utilize the social media shit. So my boy's like, at the time he's my boy, and he's like, hey, dude, do this and watch what happens. So I do that. And sure enough, I'm like, holy shit. Like I'm starting getting all these likes. That's when I get into the reptile world and just noticing everything. Right. And this guy did do right by me. Like he guided me, but we hit it off. You know how quick you can hit it off with somebody in this? Like, 2 months, you guys talk so much day to day. And especially if the person's putting you on, like this guy was sending me my first GHI stuff and like, you know, stuff that was like $1,000 for like $300. And I was like he put me on and
you fired up.
Yeah, dude, fired up, right? And then there was another guy that I met that was kind of like, it's like we kind of started like a little click and circle. And then I remember one time we came up with the idea where I was like, hey, come down to San Diego. Like, why don't you guys fly down here and like, fuck it, you could stay with me. I don't give a fuck. I told my wife, she was like, what? She's like, fuck that. She's like, I don't know these fools. And she's like, how long have you known these guys? And I told her, and she was like, nah, hell no. And I was like, oh man, that's a bummer because I already told them, yeah, but the plans are being made. But then it turned out, bro, like literally right as this was about to happen, some funky stuff happened with these people. What I mean by that, like there was a lot of like weird, like, dude, there's just people out there who are so obsessed. And what I mean by obsessed, like they have fake Instagram accounts, like they follow different, like it's dangerous. And it's like, what? And so I found out that this guy was like a huge shit starter. And like a lot of shit that I was in with people, it's because he was going back and forth. And like, I started getting screenshots. And this is when the whole thing of screenshots started coming into my life. And I'm like, and I just couldn't trust nobody. And I just shut down. But dude, mind you, bro, like I was willing to bring these people into my house. You know what I mean? Because I was caught into like this like different world. And it felt so like wholesome. Like I felt like, I was like, this fool has given me worth of like 10 grand worth of snakes for like $1,000. And like, you know, I'm just like, he's like my boy, we're best friends, but really it's like, you gotta be careful, bro. Like you gotta
100%. Yo, shout out to Lily for that, protecting you, keeping you on the right track. And shout out to my wife, because sometimes I do some crazy shit and she's like, what are you doing?
That's a terrible idea.
yeah. Not a good idea, right? Not a good idea. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, I feel like you and I are kind of similar in the sense that our minds race really fast, right?
Oh, for sure.
And when we think of something, it's like boom, 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 boom. Like, yeah, we think about it, but you know, sometimes we could think a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm at that point in my age where sometimes, depending how here's the thing, I get myself worked up, Ray, and I know I could diffuse situations if I don't let myself go there. But lately, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The last year of my podcast, because of the support I've gotten, I felt like I almost made me feel bulletproof. Like I felt like I could just like I don't give a fuck. Like they know how I am. I'm gonna say what I want, right? But that can only go so far. You know what I mean? And
yeah, it's like a fuck everybody mentality, right? Fuck everybody.
Well, because Ray, nobody gave me this job. I gave myself this job. Like I created everything that's here, right? But like I don't need to sit on a pedestal because of it. I mean, what got me here was the animals. You know what I mean? I just felt like I felt like I lost track. Also because, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, man. You know, don't sell yourself short, bro, because your personality is a big part of your brand, right? Right. A lot of people think that they could just get animals and they could just show a picture and then, you know, they're going to blow up. But that's not the case, man. Like I ran into a lot of people where they have amazing animals, bro, thick, right? 5-figure animals, easy. And they're saying that it's hard for them to sell it. And it's because they're not putting themselves out there. You're putting yourself out there. You're letting people know who you are. Listen, you've been MJ Trap Talk from day one, and you really haven't changed a bit, right? No. So people have to, you know, like I want to say it, but I don't want to get into it just yet. We go wherever you want to go. Go ahead.
No, but like, listen, here's the thing, Ray. Like, as much as like a lot of people, and I do want to be honest about this because I do have a lot of support of people telling me how people are too soft, and you know what? That is the case. We can't deny that people are too soft nowadays. But mind you, I could have avoided certain, like I could count a handful of things that if I didn't say them, I wouldn't be in the waters that I'm in right now. Okay. Yeah, agreed. Because I could have just stuck to the program. And what happened was, instead of sticking to the program, I veered right and fucking went like, it just confused people. Right. And I started doing that with Chris Eaton, not even Chris's fault either. I just, you know, when we and Chris started that Nobody's Safe session, like I thought it was fucking open game and it was, right. But the thing was, it was all open game on his own viewers. Like I was basically clowning all Chris Eaton's viewers, like his entourage, his group. And it got too bad. Like and those are Chris's fucking support. Like those are like my people. Like if it was the other way around, I would be like, what? Like who are you talking about? And Chris he's an OG, bro. He don't want confrontation. But I put him in a bad place by doing that and being selfish about it. And honestly, did it feel good? Yeah, because I felt like this is how I feel. This is my opinion. You know what I mean? But it just got too messy. You know what I mean? And
so here's the thing. Here's the thing is that it's beautiful to share your opinion. Right. And it's beautiful to share your mindset and the way you think about things. But everything, my G, I promise you, everything in life, fuck the reptiles, in life in general, it's your delivery. Delivery is everything. Yeah. You can get your point. Listen, you can tell somebody fuck you and have it be mad disrespectful and they get offended, or you could be like fuck you in another way, and they're sitting there like, damn, you know what? Thank you, I appreciate that.
I'm that guy, bro. I'm that individual who's like, damn, I went 0 to 100 real quick. You know what I mean? And when MJ does that, that means you got to MJ. That means like I'm touched, right? And I'm not gonna lie, there was that episode that really got me to where I'm in right now. That touched me to a point where I went off, right? But then it was the wrong name at the wrong time for no reason, and that's. But honestly, bro, what the fuck? I'm turning this into a positive. This is something I had to go through, and it's very unfortunate because I don't know what's the future with the support I have as far as sponsorships. I don't know what's going to be the end result with that. I do know I'll still have support. I mean, whoever does not want to be with me, there's somebody else knocking on my door. I can tell you that much. But I just don't want to have to repeat anything like this ever again, Ray. Like.
Well, here's the thing, big dog. Here's the thing. And I always say this shit to people. There's blessings and lessons, and that's all there is in life, right? Right. That's it. So your blessings are your abundance and things that make you feel good, your accomplishments, blah, 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 blah. Your lessons, my G.
Right.
If you don't acknowledge your lesson, you're going to continue to fucking repeat that shit.
Exactly.
100%.
And I do want to say, shout out to the homie Josh Queen, one of the homies in Facebook who is like one of my supporters. This guy supports me. And I would never apologize for who I am, but understand there are things in me I don't want to be. So, like, I mean, like I said, I could avoid being so toxic. I can. I just didn't. I wanted to go there. And that's why I wanted to go there in a toxic way, recklessly. And this is the outcome of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But so your title for our episode right now is haters, right? That's the topic of discussion in the thumbnail.
Okay, so the title of tonight's episode, Ray touches on the importance of reserving energy and letting haters talk. Like, just, you know, and that's something, man, bro, Ray, I gotta say, during the beginning of all this, you right away were like, bro, we're doing our show. And you gave me some words of wisdom, which like marinated into me, man. And that's why that title is what that title is, because normally, bro, like, here's the thing. I just realized something, Ray. My biggest mistake, because mind you, is this the first time in my career that people have been telling me to go suck dick and you're a piece of shit? Nah, fuck that. Dude, this shit's been being said to me, right? But what happens is I attack. And I go, fuck. And I'm like, because I act like they're in front of me and I want to fucking that's my natural reaction. Like, I'm going to fucking
square up. Square up. Yeah.
But do we ever square up? No, they're gone. So I'm putting all this energy into a fucking phone to somebody I will never see. And then I block them, right? So I do all that. I block them because we go nowhere and nothing goes nowhere. But guess what? Guess what I started doing this time, Ray?
Leaving the chat open.
No, check this out. I'm saving a file. And this in a positive way. I'm saying, and these are people I made amends with who were pitchforking, right? These people either wrote a post saying or they call me BJ, I guess I know. Oh, fucking real original. But anyways, BJ is the biggest cocksucker, spineless, whatever. And so I just reached them out and say, hey man, I'm so sorry I made you feel this way. Like this should be about the animals, and I'm sorry I made you feel this way. You know what the response is? Hey man, I'm just trying to get your attention. Do you want to talk? And I'm like,
what the fuck?
And I'm like, dude, I got proof of all this. This is how it goes. Like, it either says, hey, I just wanted your attention, or MJ, man, you really bummed me out. But at the end of the day, all they want is to be heard. This is, by them doing this, they just want to be heard. So
Yeah, it's like a little kid. You're like, you don't have kids yet, but you'll see when you do have them,
Yeah.
and they're not getting your attention from doing good things, they're gonna start doing bad things to get your attention.
My boy, one of my best friends, and when I say best friends, like this guy is he's changed my whole life perspective and got me into doing different things. My boy Socrates finally talked to me today, and he got wind. It's unfortunate because I can't hide this from nobody in the game. Everyone in the Reptile game knows what's happening to me right now. And so my boy Sock finally want to talk to me about it, and like he just told me to agree with everybody. Like if they call you a fucking cocksucking piece of shit, go deaf, just smile back and say okay. Like just agree with him.
Here, let me. Can I open that up a little bit?
Please.
Okay. So, 40 years I've been on this planet, right? I've witnessed a lot, and I've been through hell and back, right? There's two types of people. Okay, so if you don't mind, can I use you as an example?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. You said on one of your podcasts that when you were younger, you were bullied by the essays and whatever in school, right?
Right.
Okay. So as a child in your head, you think to yourself, dude, I got to create this exterior hard shell so that nobody could penetrate my vulnerability, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So now you start behaving this way, and it becomes first nature because you want to protect yourself. So if you look at you with your animals, you're passionate, you're loving, you're empathetic, you're caring, right? All that shit. But when it comes to
calm.
Calm. Yeah. Well, unless you're excited about it, which is okay, right?
Right.
Yeah. So now when it comes to people, you're very guarded, right? You're very exterior hard shell. Yo, fuck you. You ain't gonna tell me shit. Blah 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 blah. Now that's a way to deter people from wanting to attack you, right?
Facts.
But then you have other people that are like, oh, you think you're a fucking tough guy? Well, let's go at it, right? Bomb, 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 bomb. And that's what we've been dealing with for the past week. Now, when I say we, I fucking mean that shit, because this past week has been fucking interesting for me, dog. Right? Yeah. So, fuck. I'm gonna dive right into it, all right? Okay, so Shane Kelly, you said something about him, right?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I don't know exactly what you said, but you said whatever you said to him. So here, let's do this. Let's define what a hater is, right? A hater is somebody who is talking bad about you, having negative feelings about you, trashing you without reason. That is the true definition of a hater, right? So people hate me because of how much other people love me. That's a hater. I didn't give them an actual reason for them to hate me, right?
Right.
Then there's a retaliator. So there's haters and there's retaliators. Retaliators are people that are saying, yo, I'm not going to let this slide by. I'm going to clap back. Right?
Right.
So a lot of people that are clapping back at you, they're retaliators.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to be able to take the punches that are coming your way because you threw the first punch.
100%.
Right? So if it's a hater, it's somebody that's just hating on you because they just don't like you for whatever reasons. Maybe they want to be like you. Maybe they see you doing things that they wish they could be doing. Maybe they think you shouldn't be excelling as fast as they are. Or I'm sorry, that you shouldn't be excelling faster than they are because they've put in more money or something like that, right? So there's haters and there's retaliators, bro. And I think that the greatest thing you could show everybody from all this shit that's happening is that you could grow from it and move forward, 100%. Right? Okay, so let's talk about Shane for a second, right? You called out Shane, said whatever you said. I don't even really know the specifics, right? Shane is a clap backer, bro. He's going to clap back at you, bro. He's not going to let that shit slide. So he makes a post about you on Instagram, right?
Yep.
And their whole motto is, let's destroy MJ. We're out for blood, right? You want to clap at us? We're going to clap back harder, right? So now he has like these people that have like a mob mentality.
Right.
So I have said nothing about anything to anybody, not even to my own people, usual suspects. I don't really talk about all the drama and all that shit because I ain't about that life. Honestly, none of us are. We talk about other shit. We talk about snakes and projects and ideas or whatever.
What it should be.
Yeah, what it should be, exactly. So I didn't say anything, bro. Then all of a sudden, I'm like fixing one of my RHACS. And I start getting DMs and I start getting text messages and they're like, yo, Ray, you condone this or yo, Ray, you support this shit or blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck is everybody talking about? Right. So this is going to be an example of how sometimes you could take things too far. And if you're not thorough about the information that you're receiving, you're going to hurt good people and innocent people. It's unjustified, right? So Shane put in the description of the post, which, by the way, the post that he put was of the Discord comments that you made about him, but he didn't say that those came before the apology video that you made.
Strategically, that was on purpose, by the way, which hurt my feelings a little bit. Whatever.
Well, that's the thing. He's clapping back, so whatever it takes, right?
Right.
At the end of the day, there's no rules to this shit. There's no rules in street fighting, bro. If your face is next to my face and you got me in somewhere, I'm biting your fucking face. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it don't matter. Like, there is no rules. So he's clapping back at you, right? In the description, he says, blah, 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 blah. All this bullshit is brought to you by all your sponsors, right? So REDLINE, TOFAUTI, whoever else was there. Somehow, some way, no fucking clue how. Only God knows, and the person that fucking did it, right? Shane had my name in his head. I've never talked to Shane. I've barely seen any videos of Shane. I have 30-something snakes. I'm a little dog, right? I'm a little dog, bro. I'm not a big dog. Why am I there with TOFAUTI? Why am I there with REDLINE? Why am I there with Cold Blooded Cafe? Why does it say that I'm your sponsor? So now people start hitting me up. Boom, 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 boom. In the DMs, bro. Crazy. And I'm like, bro, this is like crazy shit, man. I need to do like damage control because this is not facts. I am a guest on Trap Talk Sessions. I'm gonna promote my episode. That's good business. That's what we're supposed to do, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I hit up Shane, right? And I tried video FaceTiming him through Instagram a couple times. He didn't pick up. He has his number on Instagram, so I tried calling him because I wanted him to hear me. I didn't want to, and honestly, bro, when shit is written down in a text, the person is receiving it how they choose to read it.
Yeah, facts. That's why I try to do voice, man, and either way, but I'm listening.
Yeah. So at the end of the day,
you there?
Yeah, sorry, I hit the mute button on accident. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to communicate with Shane verbally so that he doesn't think that I'm like coming at him negatively. But he hits me up and he's like, hey, I'm at work. What's up? So I'm like, hey, look, bro, you made a post about MJ. And I even told him, I said, yo, you're justified. You're justified in clapping back and retaliating because, he came at you first. So I just want you to know that, Shane, that I don't disagree with what you're doing. You're just choosing to, instead of ignore, you're choosing to clap back. That is what it is. I said, but you got me in there as a sponsor, bro. And I got people in my DMs coming at me all crazy, right? I'm not MJ's sponsor. Now, let me say something about Shane. I give Shane a big salute, bro, because he handled that shit like a true professional, bro. Like, mad honorable shit. Like, yo, Shane, if you out here listening, bro, I salute you on how you handle this matter. Thank you. I appreciate it. He said, Ray, holy shit. I'm so sorry, bro. I apologize. How can I make it right? How can I make it better? Anything you want me to do, I got you. Right? So I was like, yo, dude, the damage is pretty much already done. The post had already been up for hours on end. Right? So mad people saw it. I think there was like 400 likes on it, which means there's probably fucking 1,200 people that saw it. Or more. Who the hell knows? So so I was like, yo, do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. The damage is already done. I just wanted to let you know that this isn't a fact. This is not right at the end of the day because I don't deserve that shit. So he ended up making a story. He ended up editing the post, and I salute him for that. But like I said, the damage was already done. I already had people in my DMs. I started watching my follower count drop. Boom, 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 boom. I'm losing followers now because of something I didn't do. Right? Because someone put my name out there on a false pretense. Right?
Right.
Okay. So he ended up making a video. I said, yo, you can do something if you want to do it. He asked me if I wanted him to make a video or something. I said, man, you do whatever you want to do. I just wanted to give you a heads up. Like, this is what it is. And he ended up making a story about it. He edited the post on how innocent people could get hurt. Maybe not physically, but this is my business. Like, I am my brand. So if you're attacking me, you're attacking my brand. And if you make me look bad, you're making my brand look bad. So from a business perspective, it kind of fucked me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shit that happens, bro, and we don't think about the consequences of our actions until after we already acted. So you've talked a lot of shit about a lot of people, and some of them have let it slide by, and some of them have fucking clapped back at you. In the process, somebody innocent like myself got attacked. Mad people in my DMs, bro. It was crazy. I had people DMing me, bro, telling me that there were people in their DMs talking about me.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking nuts. That's fucking nuts. So, you know, we just have to be more mindful. Like, if you have a problem with somebody, you need to speak with them directly. And that whole mob mentality, like,
and if I could say something real quick, Rain, and
yeah, please, man, interject, bro, please.
I have no intentions on making anyone an example, but the person just having to have claims of me who's never reached out to me. And this is the hard thing I have to deal with is somebody has, sure, you have something that I did to somebody. You want me to apologize, but hey, person, have you ever reached out to me? And if you have reached out to me, show me proof. This is the thing. There's people out there who have so strong opinions about what I should do and who I am, but has never even spoken to me. That's why I give the people who actually have the balls, the actual, like, the spine. You want to talk about spineless. All you do is talking comments, but you don't have the goddamn spine to talk to me man to man or woman to man, adult to adult. That's a mob mentality. You want to get your comments in where all the people, we have 130 people in the live. So yeah, now this person wants to go. And guess what? I ain't going to delete it. I'll leave it right there.
Leave it right there, bro.
Right there. And I hope you're happy. Prosophy, whatever the hell that name is. Do your thing.
Here, MJ, you ready?
Yeah.
I know it's getting you hot, but I want to just help you in a way. So let that dude be who that dude wants to be, bro.
Yeah, it's all good. Just
let him be who he wants to be. Look, at the end of the day, is he putting food on your table? No. Is he paying any of your bills? Is he taking care of your animals? He's not. Let him talk whatever he wants to talk, B. This is the thing, okay? I was on Mike Herb Collector's show, right? And I said something, and I really didn't like break it down, but I said, if it's not worth killing you for, I don't give a fuck. Right? Now let me pick that apart real quick. Like, I was even talking to my homeboy, and he was like, yeah, yo, if anybody fucks with my money or if anybody fucks with my family, it's done. And I said, Leo, let me ask you a question. Would you sleep peacefully in jail if you killed somebody because they were fucking with your money?
Yeah.
The answer is no. The answer is no. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to sleep peacefully because you killed somebody over money. The only thing that is worth the drama and the fucking hostility is if somebody fucks with your blood. Period.
Yeah.
Everything else is hearsay bullshit. Yo, you want to act like a dick? You want to call me names? Go have fun with that shit. You're embarrassing your fucking self. You're not embarrassing me. You're embarrassing your fucking self.
At the end of the day, it's exactly what it is. But listen, I just know one thing, bro. It's my life has been the internet, unfortunately. And here's the thing. I told you I was private on Instagram before the snake game, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for needing social media, I would much rather be private. I'm just a private guy. And this is why I always carry who I am. You know what I mean? I just want people not to be scared to fucking speak to, like, just start. Like, here's the thing. I've said this before many times.
Yeah, can I smoke on here?
I do your thing, bro. Shit.
Go smoke black.
Do your thing. But I've said this before already, and I don't even know where I was going to go with this. I know I was going to go somewhere, and then you fucking said something about smoking. Because now I want to smoke. But I'm trying to be good. Wait. Where was it? I know. Hold on. We were just talking about something. What were we just talking about right now? God, this happens once every episode. So
no doubt, man. Hey, listen, dog. I'm a stoner, bro. It happens to me all the time. My bad. I completely threw you off. Good.
Listen, it's just okay. The internet. I'm trying. I'd rather be private, right? Like, for sure. But then when I realized I can't be private, I'm gonna get more attention if I stay public. I still just didn't give a fuck. Like, and you know, like you said, that hard shell of not giving a fuck through, I don't know, elementary school.
It's called trauma.
Yeah, trauma, bro. Elementary school to this point, this hard shell, right? And if you ask people that I'm the closest to, like Miguel, I never had a hard shell around Miguel because he's my, like, when you show me the love or no reason to be hard, it's gone. I'm just like, bro, like once the trust is there, it's there, right? But like I said, it's so dangerous, bro. And, you know, I do want to say shout out to my boy Andrew Acevedo, because my boy Andrew has known me before the podcast, and he hit me up out of the blue one day. And this is like 2 years ago. And we always usually talk, and it's always about snakes, but we talked about the limelight and how the microscope gets bigger and bigger and more dangerous and dangerous. Andrew always feared something like this was going to happen. Like he would always kind of like call me sometimes like, hey, MJ, dude, like you got to be careful. And I like, I mean, I can't say I fucking ignored it, but I did. Because I just thought like, dude, I pay my own bills. I do this, I do that. I sell my snakes. Nobody pays me. And this is before all the sponsors. And like I said, man, as you get bigger, as you have more support, and when I say support, big financial support, your hands become tighter and tighter and tighter. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, Ray, you want to know what my goal is? To bring more people into the hobby. I want to make this bigger, bro. Like, I'm legendary for this podcast for new breeders. No bigger podcast in the reptile game is bigger than this when it comes to bringing in new breeders. So I want to keep that fucking championship belt. I don't want to push people away. And my personality pushes people away, Ray. Like, it's a fact. And it's something that can't be changed overnight. I can't change this overnight, bro. But
can I dissect that?
Say what?
Can I dissect that?
Please do.
Okay. So I say this all the time. And here's the thing. This goes to every podcaster that there is, whether it's you, whether it's Brian, whether it's Chris, whether it's, you know, my boy T. It don't matter who it is. If you have a podcast, you are 100% taking the responsibility of being on the front line of our industry, whether you accept that challenge or not.
Right.
You're making that conscious choice to be the person that people see first when they go looking for fucking reptile information. Right. So now if you're sitting here, and you know what? I'll use you and I'll use Samson as an example. Okay. You two go back and forth. I'm outside the box. I'm watching you guys, right? You talk shit about Pinhead. He talks shit about BJ, this and that, blah, blah, blah. You got, you know, you personally, I don't think you've had full episodes on him specifically. Never. He has had full episodes on you. Yeah. Just talking shit, having other people on there talking shit. Right. That is a bad fucking look for our industry. On behalf of every fucking reptile keeper in our industry, it is embarrassing. It is fucking embarrassing, because anybody new that's coming into the industry and seeing this shit is like, I don't want nothing to do with that.
Facts.
These fucking people are clowns. Now, here's the thing. Not everybody is a clown, right? But if the people that are representing us on the front line, so if you think about a war, every podcaster is on the front line.
Yep.
And everybody that's not a reptile person is on the other side of that line looking at us as a whole, right? It's not about just MJ. It's not about Samsung. It's not about T Keys. It's not about Mike from Herb Collectors. We are all looked at as a whole, and we have to represent each other correctly. And that's just by how we carry ourselves.
I got to hit pause again real quick, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, do you think, man?
Because listen, no matter what, I tell you, 120 people in the building, guys, there's no way we only got 67 likes. My man Ray is just spitting fire right now. Can we please get the likes up? And honestly, this is the first time any guest has tracked me back. Like, bro, like here's the thing. I wasn't going to go off on that individual. I just wanted to just make a point that you could just approach people. And like I said, my delivery was kind of getting aggressive. We all know that. So I appreciate you, flagging me down and getting me to kind of get back to business. And I'm sorry to that person, but I'm just saying, reach out to the person. And if the first time didn't go well, do it again. That's all I got to say. Lately, I've been very receptive. I've been very like, if you have something you want to talk to me about, I am willing to hear you out. Talk to me. And I don't want to talk via text. If you're not willing to pick up the phone and talk to me like a lot of these other dudes are, I want to say, shout out to Will. Will's hella heat. This guy right here hit me up. And then this other, I want to say, I'm just saying, like, there's people out there that are being bigger than this. And that right there shows me that there is faith. There is people seeing the light of just making this a positive, like, let's just bring back to normalcy. And man, yeah, I did embarrass us. And I want to make this up. And here's the thing. It's not going to take much for me to make this up, because this episode, having somebody like you or my guest make everything worthwhile. I'm telling you right now, and that's all I need to focus on.
That's another thing, bro. Like, you know, some egos, right? There, everyone has an ego. Some are very fucking inflated, right?
Right.
Okay. I promise you, 90% of the people that watch these podcasts are here for the fucking guest.
100%.
They're not here for the host. They're here for the guest. The host brings the guest on and they make it a good interaction with the guest. But the people are here for the guest. Everybody in the chat right here is here for me, technically, because it's my episode, even though it's your show. Right?
Right.
So yeah, man, it's just how do we move forward from this, right? And the way I think in my mentality is you accept, okay, look, I did some things I'm not proud of. I did some things that maybe embarrass people in our community. I did some things that you know, put a bad light on me. So in this lesson, in this moment in time, are you going to learn the lesson? And then how do you move forward from that? And that's just by being more mindful of how you deliver, how you feel about things. I'm not telling you to filter yourself. Keep yourself 100 as you always have, but focus on your delivery, because your delivery matters.
Facts.
Yeah, big dog. Like I appreciate what you do. I appreciate what Brian does. I appreciate what T does. I appreciate what Mike does. I appreciate what Chris does. You know what I mean? You guys are putting yourselves out there and making yourselves vulnerable to the masses, basically. Right. And it takes fucking courage to do that. You got to be courageous to do that, bro. You know how many people are afraid to go live, make a video, show their face?
I actually do, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
But that's what reminds me why I love what I do. Not too many, like, there's people who've, like, I would have never thought they'd be down to do a podcast, and they hit me up and they go, I just, you know, and I'm like, wow, like, you want to do your first podcast with me? Well, that's fucking awesome. Because I mean, think about how important it is to get yourself, even though it could be dangerous, right? You have to put yourself out there, especially if you have something that you're really passionate about, because what's the point of doing something that you love if you can't share it? You got to be able to share it. And then also, you don't know how that inspires others. So think about the person that put you on game with so many things that you could give credit for today. Like, that's all I want to do, bro. Here's the thing. I feel like, you know, I said this yesterday on the show before things got started with Mark Bailey. Again, shout out to Mark Bailey. That's my dog. I just want to say that I've been living a fucking movie, a dream, bro. Like, the last 2 years has been so dreamy. It hasn't been like, dude, when you give up the 9 to 5 and when you can give up a 9 to 5, and then it's a scary thing to do, but then you're able to do it. It's like, bro, I wake up and do my thing. It's crazy. Like, I don't, and that kind of freedom kind of got me so comfortable with all the support. I just kind of lost track of things. At the end of the day, this is a business. This is my business, bro. Like,
yes, bro.
Hello, this is, and mind you, I said this years ago, how my biggest goal is to turn this into something where I don't have to rely on the snake money. I'm not close to the snake money, but this is paying for my fucking livelihood. This is my job, and it's something that I have control over. So this is just kind of a gut check moment, bro. Like, this is like, you know, listen, MJ, we all know who you are, how you are, but there's ways about going about things. That's it. I just got to move smarter. That's all.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is that you've been exactly the same from the moment I first saw you, right? You have not switched up, bro. This is who you are. This is what you do, right? Your delivery sucks sometimes. That's okay. But your points that you try to get across, I get it, right?
Amen.
Yeah, man. It's just you know, like, I messaged you, bro. I messaged you and I talked to you about, and I put it in a sports analogy, right? That you're on the ascension and there's people descending, right? So they're gonna look at you and they're gonna see you as a threat. Now in football, the defense's job is to make sure that the offense doesn't score. So right now you're on offense. Right. You're fucking killing it, right? You're climbing the fucking ladder. People that are going down the ladder that you're passing up, they're looking at you like, how do I slow this guy down, even if I can't stop him? Because slowing him down is going to be a victory to me. That's how they think.
Facts.
Right? So, yeah. So now every time you stop what you're doing and your focus and you veer off to the side here and address these people, they're feeling good about that, and you're slowing down your progression to the end zone. Right? I told you this in the message. You know, I also said to you, yo, if you had a son right now and he was watching you, would you be proud of the behavior that you're showing him as an example?
And honestly, bro, listen, that's kind of where my head is at right now. I mean, I just like I'm not a fucking, you know, I can't predict the future, Ray, right? I really can't.
And nobody's perfect either, bro. So I'm not saying be perfect.
And listen, I just do know that it's going to be a lot more than about me someday. It's going to be a lot more than about me. And as much as MJ's talked about many of his faults, well, guess what? One of my other faults is I'm a selfish person, bro. My whole life, it's been me. And if it ain't about me, I figure it out. And this podcast, it's all me. So I love that. The guest is the hugest part. At the end of the day, I love when I say, this is me. I did this shit, right?
Yeah. But listen, be proud of that shit, bro.
I'm very proud. I'm very proud, but at the end of the day, like, I have so much stuff that I feel like I could use if I just be more giving and just kind of like I said, that wall I have with people who I don't know, I don't want to have that wall anymore. There's no need to have that wall no more. Like,
so here,
you know what I mean?
Let me give you something with that. Hurt people hurt people. You ever heard that?
Yes. And I'm not hurt. That's a thing. Like, no, that's what I'm saying, though.
I'm not even saying you. I'm saying in general, people hurt people. So we focus on the animals, right? We all love the animals. That's what we have in common. That's what brings us all together is the animals. Fact. But behind the animals are people. And those people are going through things just like everybody else. Some people are going through divorces. Some people are losing their homes. Some people are you know, dealing with kids that are misbehaving and they can't control them or help them because they don't want to be helped. Like, there's a lot of scenarios that make people bitter and make people not their best self, right? And when you start to see things in that light, it gives you the opportunity to have empathy, right?
Bro, empathy, man. You know, I didn't even know what empathy meant until I was like 30 years old. I'm not joking. Like, I'm dead. And no, I was older than that. And mind you, bro, like I thought I was like, most of my life I was self-educated. What I mean by that, when I hit a certain grade in school and I know this shit got tough, I just cheated. I cheated, like, I think from 10th grade, like math. I didn't learn math from like 9th grade on. I figured it out, right? But like, shortcuts was always a part of my fucking game plan on things I just didn't want to face in life. And I got to tell you, I was very successful in the cell phone game. Okay. I went from dropping out of college in baseball, which I had a full ride playing baseball. I got hurt. Didn't know what I was going to do. I was depressed. My buddy got me a job selling phones, 19 years old, in the mall. Right. And I fucking made like 80 grand my first year. I was a natural. I just fucking was natural at selling phones. And I did that for 11 years. Just like a salesman, just sells. Right.
So, yo, I'm so fucking happy you just brought this up. So listen, so I remember, you know what? I've watched a lot of your podcasts, and that was one thing that stuck out to me was when you were like, okay, so you were like, what'd you say? You were like, yo, I didn't give a fuck. I would sell a motherfucker 5 phones.
You know, I was dirty, bro. It's insurance. Yeah.
See, I'm glad you said that it was dirty, right? So now here, check this out. There's three types of salesmen, right? There's the one that sits back and waits for sales to come to him, which fucking doesn't get anywhere, right? Then there's the salesman that is very aggressive and will fucking push you to fucking buy something, right? Then you leave that dude and you go home and you feel like shit about your purchase. You feel like you got played.
Right. Yeah,
that's the second salesman. Now the third salesman is the treasure chest, bro. That's the fucking gold. That's the guy that is gonna sell you something and you're gonna be fucking floating on cloud 9 for the next 3 months because of the way this guy did it for you.
And you're always gonna go back.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, all 3 of those salesmen are selling the same fucking thing.
Yep.
It's the way you handle it, B. That's all I'm ever gonna say is it's your fucking delivery that is important. Period.
Yeah, and here's the thing, bro. Like, I gave people what they needed. I just always found to maximize. Like when I found out how much money you could make off certain sales if you offer this, and that. Like, and mind you, like, I cleaned up. Like, I went from working in the third-party malls to going to corporate Verizon. And like, you can't do that shit at corporate Verizon. Like, that's like, I learned. Like, I went to corporate Verizon. My mall little shark days were over. Like, you can't do that shit at a corporation like Verizon. But still, like, I saw my managers that were like not really. I just wasn't motivated by nothing. All I did want to do is make money and party, bro. Like, that's all I give a fuck about. And I felt like I had no morals. I never really cared about taking care of myself until I came into, well, I gotta say, until I got to the fitness industry. When I finally left Verizon, and I went to, I was like, with all that sales experience, I was so miserable, and I was 260 pounds. I was a fucking big boy, bro. For me, that's big. And I was miserable. My back hurt. And my boy, Alex Pena, my best friend from high school, was a sales manager at 24 Hour Fitness. He's like, dude, just come in. I'll get you a job. And he's like, you have to start at the bottom. Like, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck, like, whatever. And I just want to work out. And so I was just on this workout tip. But like, now they said the way you move up at 24 Hour Fitness is you have to sell personal training. And apparently it's really, really hard. And guess what? Learning how to sell personal training was the hardest thing. It was the hardest thing I ever had to learn how to do, because guess what? Like, you have to sell the story. And that's the thing. The only reason why I was so good at selling personal training is because I would emotionally share my story of, like, I was fucking this, that, like this, like, look how big I was. I was knee surgeries, like, and like my story would just make people cry. And the next thing you know, they're like, I want to fix my life. And like, I was a monster at personal training, bro. And it made me just move up the ranks really, really fast. Met my wife. I met my wife she's a freshie out of college. I'm just blessed. But like, that's when like the value and just like, I don't know, but still, here's the thing. Like, it was cool because at that time at the gym, I was like, myself was getting better. And I felt like I had to do this for myself. It wasn't for anyone else, before it's myself. But then the snake game, if you want to talk about where I really learned empathy, bro, and like the true meaning of like, pass it down. Like I've been so blessed, bro, by so many people in this game, from things that they've hooked me up with, conversations, just meetings, everything, bro. Like, why wouldn't I want to pass that down? Or and that's the thing. Like, my Patreon members, I plug them up with everything, but it's just because they can't support me financially, why shut them out? Like, why have to like draw the line down? And that's kind of what I've been doing. You know what I mean?
The line hurts you more than you think it protects you.
It's been killing me. And my Patreon members aren't even like that. Like, they fuck with everybody. Like, my Patreon members are really about the community. They fuck with everybody, and I put them in a hard place sometimes. And that's what I don't want, Ray.
Because it's tough. It's tough to defend you when you're the one causing it. So right. All right. So look, I had people in my DMs defending me. Like, yo, Ray, man, do your thing. Don't even worry about this shit. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Because they know that I didn't do anything wrong. Right. I was just put into the mix of some shit mistakenly, and I started getting backlash for it. When you take steps forward to cause turbulence, let's say turbulence, right? You put the people that love you in a tight situation. Yeah. In a tough situation, because they want to protect you because they love you and how you are with them specifically. But at the same time, it's like, fuck, you called this guy a dick and a piece of shit, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not even talking about anybody specific, but just in general. So how can I sit here and say, yo, MJ's a good dude, even though he said all this shit, you know what I mean? Because now people are like, well, yo, if you condone that, well, fuck you too. And now your friends and your Patreon members are like, shit, man, I got to kind of sit the sideline because I don't want the heat too. Now, some people do want the heat, and they're like, I don't give a fuck, man. Bring me the smoke.
Yeah, but no heat.
But you don't want that. You don't want that for the people that you love.
So I'm saying, no. I don't want none. Now, here's the thing. Like, my fights get others involved now. And now I'm like, holy shit. Like, no. Like, this is, trust me, I'm fucking Mike. I'm trying to moonwalk the fuck out of this. I don't want this for my family members. I don't want this for you, Ray. And I didn't even know if this was the case until now. Like, you dropped this information about what's happening. I didn't even know you were tagged in that post. Mind you, anything that Shane's been posting, I just haven't been looking at because it gets me there, and I just avoid it. You know what I mean? And I didn't even see that. So I mean, I know. Listen, I'm sorry for that. But look, I don't want
everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It was meant for that to happen, and maybe it was for me to be able to come on here and speak my truth about it, so that people see, like, yo, that mob mentality hurts innocent people more than it hurts the person you're trying to get at.
Yeah, man, it really is. And honestly, like I said, I have a tendency of, like, I know meters in my head, bro. Like I know when MJ's getting hot. Like I know I have topics that I know are gonna get me there, and I'll still drop the topic. So the thing is, these things that I see, I could just easily avoid or just kind of move smart around them. And I got to tell you right now, I listen, can't tell you how this happened, why it happened. It happened because it happened. There's been a lot of episodes, Ray, for sure. I'm going to say this right now on the live. I can't know specifics of the shows, but there were more than a handful of shows last year where I woke up the next morning and I was like,
yeah, like you're ready for the heat when you open your phone.
No, not even the heat. Not even. Here's the thing. This is the first time I'm getting like the backdraft, right? But before anyone would talk shit, I would already know you shouldn't have said that probably. Like I just woke up with the feeling and you know, it was a lot of Chris Eaton. It was probably the last 3 Chris Eaton shows I had with him. I woke up like, whoa, what happened? Like, why the fuck you say that for? You know what I mean? And you know, it just led to this. And listen, I'm telling you right now, you know, shout out to everyone out there saying, MJ, do you, be you. I am going to be me, and me wants to not go there anymore. That's what me wants to do. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be MJ, but me doesn't want to be that part of me ever again. And that's it. And just
it's called growth, big dog. It's called growth.
Dude, amen, bro. Listen, people lose track of things sometimes. And I felt fucking sicker than anybody. I felt like I was on that. What's that pill? What's that pill that makes you feel so excellent back? It was like a clear
ecstasy.
pill. No, not ecstasy. Chill. Even though that sounds good.
chill.
No. There was like I forgot. It was like an ecstasy pill, but it was like a movie, and it was like a clear pill that he.
Oh, Limitless.
Yes, Limitless. Oh, Limitless.
That's like one of my favorite movies,
bro. Limitless, bro. I literally felt like I was on some Limitless shit, and I got to tell you, man. I'm not going to say the sponsor I had a really good heart-to-heart with as soon as this was happening, but they told me, like, MJ, you're not bulletproof, man. Like, you literally act like no one could take you down. And the thing is, like you said, like the people who retaliate, you know, the retaliators. Mm-hmm. Well, dude, every retaliator started as a hater. Okay. Like you can't help some people just want to be you or do certain things, but you don't have to like ignite that. Like a hater could always stay a hater. Don't turn a hater into a retaliator, because that's when you just don't want that, bro. And
they want that shit. They want that shit.
I had a lot of those, bro. I made a lot of people want to be haters to retaliators. And this, listen, bro.
Listen, man. I before I came on this show, right? Which you just invited me on the show. Me and you just started talking, bro. Me and you just started interacting. I think I had maybe sent you a message about a fucking nug that you posted that was like super dope looking. I'm like, bro, what kind of fucking tree is that? I was like, what do they call that? Fucking Halloween spice or whatever. And then we had a little interaction. That was it. Right. We didn't shoot the shit. We didn't chit the chat. We weren't friends, nothing like that. You just invited me on the show. And then 3 days later, I'm going through crazy drama. You know what I mean? So like you brought up Chris Eaton and talking shit about his people, right? So now let's put the foot in the other shoe right now and say, what if you and Chris were on the show and Chris just started talking shit about, I don't know, like who's your homie? Like Matt Summers, right? You go hard for Matt Summers.
Hey, bro, that's my dog, bro. And Matt Summers, can we talk about Calvin Garcia? Because that's a better example. We could roast him. Matt, he's so innocent. Do we have to say
that's my point. That's why I brought up Matt, because
fine. Sorry,
that's
Matt.
why I brought up Matt, because Matt's a good person. I watch his YouTube videos. He's fucking cool as hell, man. Like, yo, shout out to Matt if you're watching, bro. That's what's up. But if Chris started talking about him in a negative light, like, you'd feel some kind of way about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And it might not be, you know, you might not express that on the show right away, but you're going to feel some kind of way about it. And it's going to be compounded interest, where if he kept doing that, it's only a matter of time before you pop and you're like, God damn it, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Right? But it's just about, it's about mindfulness and having empathy and the delivery that we choose to deliver our messages in. And I think if you just focus on your delivery, bro, you're gonna kill it. You're still killing it. Like,
yeah,
you know. Oh, bro, this I want to bring this up. Like, you have talked shit about a lot of people throughout your entire podcast career, right? Why now is everybody all like, oh my God, silence is acceptance? Why now?
Oh, I mean, I can't really explain that, bro, because I at the end of the day, there's a reason behind everything. And I do feel like there are big, like, conductors behind what happens. And I'm not trying to pinpoint who's in charge of what's happening to me right now, but there is a motivational push on influencing on how to speak, who to follow. And I mind you can't tell a real one what to do. And what's happening is there's people getting the type of pressure like yourself, getting forced to make a decision. And I said this yesterday on the show. You got people on different boats. Okay. If that person's on that boat with the paddle, with a purpose, and they want to stay on that boat for whatever reason, let them stay on that boat. Who are you to threaten them or put them in a position to tell them not to support somebody if they have true meaning why they're supporting them? Like, that's better than following, right?
My G, if you have to become a monster to kill a monster, we're all left with a fucking monster still.
Right.
You understand? So all these people that are like, oh, MJ's a bully, silence is acceptance. You're fucking bullying everybody. You're literally doing exactly what you're talking shit about MJ doing. What kind of hypocritical shit is that? Right? If you want to talk about silence is acceptance, let's talk about, and I'm not going to get into this crazy, but let's talk about fucking pedos in Hollywood, corruption in politics. Let's talk about human organ harvesting in China. Let's talk about, like, that's silence is acceptance, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? You guys, silence is acceptance because MJ fucking said something that hurt someone's feelings? Get the fuck out of here. There's so much more important shit in this fucking world that we need to be focused on that is happening right under our nose. Yeah, my bad. Am I saying crazy shit right now? You making crazy faces?
I'm crying inside. This is great. I'm just telling you, like, there's just so much more important. And like I said, this isn't me writing on Ray saying, yeah, thanks for getting me out of this, Ray, because this isn't.
I'm not here to get you out of it.
That's what I'm saying. This isn't. I'm just telling you right now, like, this is just like, yeah, it was wrong what I did, but hold on, I'm not a scam artist. I haven't stolen anything. I haven't. More importantly, listen to this one, guys. I have not sent sick animals to anybody. Okay. And mind you, there's nothing worse in this world for somebody who does not take care of their animals and somebody who puts sick animals in other people's collections. And I'm not saying that's what we should be focusing on, but hold on, guys. Like, my animals come first. And everyone knows that. Anyone who's been in my house knows that I'm kind of cocky because how sick my animals are. Now, mind you, it is the animals, but motherfucker, like, I'm proud of my water changes. I'm proud of my clean glass. I put in this work. I've been doing it for years, and that's it. But at the end of the day, so what? There's many of people that do what I do. I'm not nobody special, and that's why I do want to come back down to earth. I'm trying to put my feet back into the soil here, and I just want to implant them and just grow with all my people because I'm not above anybody. I'm not above nobody, bro.
Love people the way you love your animals, bro.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard. But I want to do it. I want to do that.
But you have to step back when you see the bullshit and acknowledge that that's coming from a place mentally that maybe isn't sound. Maybe they're dealing with some shit.
Yeah. Dude, thank you. I'm glad you talked about this because I want to mention this. I mentioned last year on the podcast how much my anger managed my road rage has calmed down and it's calmed down ever since I started microdosing. And I was microdosing heavy last year. Like I was hitting, I was literally microdosing every single day to a point where people in Cali, man, they cut you off, they run stop signs, they don't give a fuck. Everyone's in a hurry in Cali. But what was happening was I would just, like, if I saw someone in a hurry, I would just slow down and, like, dude, you don't know. What are they going through? Like, what's happening? Like, for them to, like, run a red light and, like, you don't know what they're on their way to. And man, those are people I would try to chase down. Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, dude, like, you don't know what's going on. And it just put things in perspective. And then also too, man, I mean, how many people are just getting clapped on the streets nowadays? If you walk up to someone's window, all it takes is fucking, like, people just don't give a fuck no more. You know what I mean? And that's another scary thing beyond how I should treat people online. One thing I adjusted was that road rage thing. If I didn't, bro, I'm going down a bad path if I have road rage in California. You're going to run into, I'm not my boy Sock. I don't roll with the strap in my whip. I don't do that shit. Yeah. So, but there's a motherfucker that is rolling with the strap. There is a motherfucker who's willing to just fucking clean you out. And I can't imagine that. I can't Like all it takes is one time, one anger mistake. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something, bro. Like, who was it? It was CT Fletcher. You're in the workout world.
Yeah,
you know who CT Fletcher is?
Kidding me, bro? That's a
beast. That is a beast right there.
CT Fletcher, dude, that was my. I used to obsess over his videos in the industry. When the fitness,
hey, grow, motherfucker.
Yep. Grow, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yo, CT Fletcher's the man, bro. But he has this audio that runs on Reels, and it says like, you know, his mom used to say that there's always going to be somebody better than you. Right. And then he responds to that like, no, I'm going to be the baddest, which is fine, but that's just ego. Right. But at the end of the day, there is someone always tougher than you. There is somebody always better than you. There is someone always more willing to go to the next level than you are.
Right.
Right. So you got to be mindful of how you carry yourself, man, because if you come across one of these people that really has zero respect for life, you know, you don't want to hurt your family members because you had a moment of anger that led to something that cannot be brought back.
Yeah, and listen, man, like I said, this is the reason why I'm not pushing anybody on this is because this has been a lifetime problem with MJ. My mouth has gotten me in trouble a lot. Like my dad, I remember as my dad looked at me as a kid, like, dude, if you just shut the fuck up, you wouldn't be in trouble right now. And I just like, you know what I mean? Like I just have that if, you know, there's no way of stopping me if I want to say something. I've been a very like just fucking shitting it out.
I got a 15-year-old son, and like it's his mouth, bro. It's his mouth, and I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up. Do what you got to do. Like, please, like, just stop the bullshit. You wouldn't be in trouble.
Right.
You know, but that's a lesson that he's going to have to learn on his own. He's going to have to come to the realization where he evaluates himself and says, all right, maybe I'm tired of being like this and getting the backlash that's coming from it. Let me switch gears a little bit.
And, you know, listen, at the end of the day, life is about switching gears, my guy. Like that's, and you got to have adjusting's everything, man. And
I got a sharp tongue, big dog. I'm a Puerto Rican from New York, bro. I got a sharp tongue, bro. I will destroy somebody, but I choose not to because I understand the value in trying to help somebody more than hurt somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then also, like you said, man, like think about who you're trying to go in on. Like think about the person you're either going to respond to, give the energy to, and really like Barczyk, you know, shout out to Brian Barczyk, you know, and Brian, man, I was having a rough day in the beginning start of the Super Show. I got some heavy news, but Barczyk talked to him for a good hour and he snapped me out of it. And I got back into the fucking game. And at the end of the day, man, like you just can't control how certain people want to perceive you, but you can't control what you do about what you're doing. Right. And to think about the amount of hate Barczyk got, right, for accusations that weren't even true. Like these are just like really bad people trying to take down somebody who never badmouthed anybody. Brian never once, like, he's not that guy at all. And he went through like, bro, I'm talking a whole industry after this guy, bro. Like I'm talking like, you know, and man.
Here, let me say this, bro. What people think of you is none of your fucking business.
True.
That's just the truth. That's the truth.
That's inside information you don't need to know.
Yeah, it's none of your fucking business. You continue to be you. Now, as long as you're carrying yourself with respect, self-respect, doesn't fucking matter what anybody thinks, what anyone says. Like I said earlier, if it's not worth killing you for, who the fuck cares? Like, run your mouth about me. I don't care. Make posts about me. You're just making yourself, you're embarrassing yourself. You're not embarrassing me by talking shit about me. Because, listen, at the end of the day, right, if I'm focused on talking shit about you, that means I'm taking time away from thinking about my family. I'm taking time away from thinking about my animals. I'm taking time away from thinking about my business. I'm taking just peace of mind time from myself.
Right.
It's pointless and purposeless, bro. It has zero positive outcome to be that way. So when people are like that and you engage them, you're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. So fucking ignore them, bro. Yo, how do you really cancel somebody, big dog? You turn your back and look the other way like they don't exist. You know how many people in my life I have completely cut off and they just don't fucking exist anymore. Like they're just not there anymore. Period. I'm not sitting here bashing people and talking shit about them and how they did me nasty and blah. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to continue to move forward. Period.
Hey, MJ, do love the kids though. I'm telling you right now, man. That is my reasoning behind why I want to change gears, because if it's one thing I don't want to put my wife through, is because, listen, I try to hide this from my wife. Like, I don't want to involve her into this. Like, we got enough going on right now. Our whole life is changing right now. But at the end of the day, my wife knows when there's something wrong. And if my wife could read it on my face, don't you think my kid could read it on my face someday? And honestly, bro, I haven't been able to really eat. I've been fucking like, dog, straight diarrhea type shit. Sorry to get personal, but I've been all fucked up. I've been fucked up lately. You know what I mean? Like, it was hard. It was hard to do my snake chores today, and that sucks. Normally, it ain't ever hard to do my snake chores, but like, I've been feeling a cloud over me that, like, every now and then I'll get some sun, but then more bad news would come, and it just covers me. So I'm gonna ride through it, bro. That's all I got to do is ride through it.
Listen, the pressure of stress, will fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Will
kill you.
It will disable you, yo.
Yeah,
the pressure of stress will disable you from functioning the way at your top peak performance.
My bad, Meezy. Listen, if you were eating while I said that, I apologize. I was.
Yo, check this out though, man. Let me say this, bro. And this is to you specifically, MJ. You know, this isn't just general talking. I mean, it could be general to anybody that's listening, and I hope that it can help somebody. My G, forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself for every fucked up thing that you have ever fucking done. This is 2023. It's the beginning of the year. We're in the first week or second week of the first month of the year. Forgive yourself for every fucking thing that you have ever done that you are not proud of, and move fucking forward in a better light that's going to make you and your wife proud of yourself, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Listen, no disrespect, trappers. My wife that's my fucking, my mountain, my ocean, my everything is my wife, bro. I love her to death. That's
what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what I fucking think of MJ. It doesn't matter what anyone in the chat thinks of MJ. What matters is what MJ thinks of MJ and what Lily thinks of MJ, and that's it, bro. Yeah. Forgive yourself for all the bullshit and move fucking forward in a new light. Because if you end up doing the same shit you were doing before, then you're gonna have to constantly fucking forgive yourself. So forgive yourself sincerely, right? If you feel the need to reach out to people and ask for forgiveness, that's on you, and maybe that'll bring you some peace, right? But here's the thing: don't get upset if they don't forgive you. Just give them the opportunity to say, "Hey, or give yourself the opportunity to say, "Hey, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for my actions. I'm trying to do better." And if they choose to forgive you, bravo. You guys are going to build a better relationship from that. If they choose not to forgive you, it doesn't matter, because you said your piece. You know what I mean?
And I'm nobody with expectance of someone to have forced feelings on. You can't force feelings on me, so I don't ever expect anyone to have forced feelings on them. You should just do what your heart says. And honestly, man,
authenticity, my G. You got to be authentic with yourself, and when you carry yourself that way, people are going to see it, and you don't have to convince anybody that you're cool or that you're someone to like or anything like that.
Now, understand there's industries and hobbies out there where there aren't enough real ones, and I'm so glad I'm in an industry where there are enough real ones in this.
The whole usual suspects, man. Shout out to the usual suspects, man.
The whole TUS clan. I gotta say right now, bro. Man, it's just like this is what you make it to be, right? Yes. And I got to tell you right now, you don't know where any of you guys are going to be in 5 years, but you will remember this moment. You will remember those lives that you guys are doing on Friday nights. Like, you understand, you know, when my boy Forrest passed away, I definitely felt like I didn't want to do nothing with nobody. I said, fuck it. He paved the way for me, and I got the respect all because of him. And then I felt like no one was on my level. And that was the beginning of my ego problem. And that's where I, you know, this whole time people ride with me, right? But I always felt like I don't need you to ride next to me. I'm doing my thing, but you can support me. But no, I want to be next to everyone. I want to ride next to everyone. I want everyone to grow. And that's it, man, because dude, we need more people. We are down in numbers when it comes to people who don't want the pet industry, people who don't want reptiles. There's more money and more people than there is reptile lovers in that sense. So we need to gather together, man. Like that. This is not a time.
You want me to give you a selfish hack?
Selfish hack. Tell me.
Selfish hack. Ready? It 1,000,000% makes you feel better to help someone else before you help yourself. Period.
And I love helping people, man. I never did, but now I get off on it. Like I fucking love it. Like
Listen, my heart explodes, bro. If I could do something for you and just a thank you makes me feel great. Because listen, all right, so before I got into the reptile industry, right, I was doing this nonprofit stuff, and I fed 20 families at a low income daycare, right? That felt amazing, bro. I went to a juvenile detention center and was mentoring kids there. Bro, the most amazing feeling. I would go and feed homeless people. I would collect food from people in the community and go feed homeless people. Like, I fucking thrive off of helping other people. And in return, God blesses me, bro. I've never gone, listen, I've struggled, right? I'm still struggling. What the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm not rich. I don't have endless.
I don't mean a lot, but I do the same. Like, people think I've like made it. I'm like, motherfucker, I struggle every day. Like, I got like money's like it comes and goes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, yo, as an entrepreneur, bro, you don't know where the next dollar is coming from until you do something.
No. Shout out to my wife, man.
Yeah, shout out Lily, bro.
I gotta say, you know, listen, if it's like Lily could tell you, man, like she man, I try to double life this girl. When I first met her, I told her, yeah, I'm done partying. I'm done selling drugs. She was finding drugs in my drawer. I was still slanging. And she was like, bro, like, you ain't doing this. Like, she gave me an ultimatum, bro. And I could have picked what life I wanted to live. And it was no question. When I had that ultimatum, I said, fuck everything. I'm not losing this girl. And, you know, this is my baby too. Like, as much as Lily's my wife, this podcast is my precious little, like, this is why I wake up and do what I do. My stories are lit because of what I have going on. I gotta protect this like I do my wife, bro. Like,
exactly.
This is everything, bro. So
yeah, 100%, bro. Listen, man, at the end of the day, you're gonna figure it out. And when you do, you're gonna be even bigger and better than you were before. You know what I mean? Have faith in that, bro. Have confidence in that. Well, you know what? I was slinging Molly and all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And it got to the point where something happened to me, man, and my heart turned and my mindset changed, and I realized how I was hurting families, right? And I just never did it again, bro. And ever since then, like, I've always been a people lover, but I didn't realize how hypocritical that was because I was hurting people as I was also loving on different types of people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. It was a selfish act, you know, and that's all it kind of was. And that's why a lot of the most selfless thing I've ever done was come into the hobby and start putting other people on. But it made me feel good. Like the way Miguel took care of me when I had no money, and it was my girlfriend at the time birthday, and he took me out to Mastro's and paid for an $1,800 meal. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. And I'll never forget that. And that wasn't the only time I got hooked up by people. And
you know what that did? That showed you how to pay it forward.
Yes. But here's the thing. That's one of many things I should pay forward. I've been very blessed in this hobby, Ray. Like, I'm so thankful, and I should act like it more. I need to be more happy and thankful with the shit I have. Like you said, hurt people. I'm not hurt. I'm not like I hurt myself. That's when I hurt. But nothing's hurting me but myself right now.
But here's the thing, right? So that hurt from your childhood, that trauma from your childhood carries over into adulthood, and we just think that that's who we are. And I'm not even a psychology person, bro. I'm not, but I enjoy studying people. I enjoy studying people.
I'm gonna submit this fucking video to the university, and maybe bro, this is so much facts. And like I said, we're not ending this podcast without talking about your projects either. So don't.
Yeah, no, man. It's all good.
We're gonna tap into the snakes here very, very soon. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Whatever you want to do, big dog. It's your dance, man. You lead and I follow.
Well, I mean, I just think we've had enough on that. You know, I think it was an hour and a half of just beauty and just realness. But
damn, it's really been an hour and a half already.
An hour and a half, dog. You know what I mean? But now we're getting back. I want to know about your blueprints, Ray. What is going on with your projects? What is something you're so excited about going into 2023? Now we're here, but what's going on with your stuff? Let's let the people know.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So here's the deal, man. My long-term goal is to make quad recesses with codoms in it. I love the idea of the challenge accepted, right? Like, let's make quads quads and triples and other stuff. Recessive, very focused on recessive, not so much focused on codoms. I'm sure I will be eventually. I am a little guy. I told you this. I'm a little dog. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here, to be honest with you. In some aspects, I'm a fucking little guy. When it comes to projects and snakes, I got 36 snakes. That's what I got total. But here's the deal: is that I don't have a bunch of money where I could just start buying doubles and triples and just go ham like that. So I have to start from the bottom and work my way up. So how do I do that? I have to take recessive projects that I have, put them together, make an army of triple and double hets, right? I have the space for it because my collection is so small, so it'll be still manageable even though I'm making all these hets. And then grow those up, and then start going for the visuals, the double visuals, the triple visuals. And when I say triples, my base is going to be Exanthic clowns. I picked up an Exanthic clown from Emilio. I picked up an Exanthic clown from Archie's Balls, Mike and Jenna. Fucking love you guys if you're watching. Love Emilio too. I love everybody, man. I really do fuck with a lot of people, bro, and a lot of people fuck with me. And I'm really grateful for that, because that's all we have is each other at the end of the day, right? But anyway, back to the projects. So I got some G-stripe females, I got some hypo females, I got pied females, I got DG females. I've got a fairly decent amount of females that I'm going to be putting into the Exanthic clown project, right? So doubles and triples for sure. Once I get those doubles and triples visuals, who cares how long it's going to take? I don't care how long it's going to take, because I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not in this for a short game. I'm not looking to get rich right now off of snakes. I want to make cool snakes, and I want to make shit that I think would be awesome. And then eventually, if people like what I make, then we could sell them, and that'll be great. But at the end of the day, I do this for me because I'm passionate about it and I enjoy it. Right. Go ahead.
No, continue.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, like, once I start making these triple visuals, the base is going to be Exanthic clown. So I'll have Exanthic clown G-stripe, Exanthic clown desert ghost, Exanthic clown pieds. And the goal to get to the quads is having that Exanthic clown base and then making double visual, double heads. So it'll be Exanthic clown, double head, DG pod.
Okay.
Right? Or any one of those combos. And that's the long-term goal, and that's really what I'm focused on. I don't care about right now. I care about what's going to happen in 3, 4, 6 years from now. I think as a reptile breeder, you have to think 3 years ahead. You can't live right now.
I try telling people, like, whatever you're thinking about right now, you're wasting time, because you should have thought about this 3 years ago. Because what you're thinking about right now is what's not happened yet. You have to be preparing for what the result's going to be 2-3 years from now. When you're in the current breeding season, it's already, what's done is done. Like, I mean,
you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
You're gonna get what you want to get, and that you have to be mindful of, Ray. Like, I feel like breeding with a purpose is gonna be the future of this hobby. Like, boutique breeders is gonna be the future of this hobby.
Yeah, that's the fire, man.
The whole main, like, not everyone could pull off 200-300 clutches a year and not have to sit on so much, bro. That's crazy. There's not too many people who can handle that.
Listen, when you say, I hear people all the time, right? They got they're fairly new, they're just getting in, and they're like, yeah, I want 50 clutches, and they're confident about it. And I'm like, yo, my G, that's like 300 snakes. Like, it sounds like not much because you're saying the number 50, but then you break it down, that's like 300 snakes, bro. What are you even talking about? Are you prepared for 300 snakes and what comes with that? And
a lot of people aren't until it happens. I mean,
yeah, and then they get overwhelmed, and then you hear them backtrack and be like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go for like 10 or 15,"
which is fine, which is cool. Like, trust me, I can't even tell you my very first year. I would say my first year breeding, where I had 7 clutches, and I'm like thinking, well, next year I could hit 21, and then next year I could hit 40. Like, I just wanted to increase. Well, guess what? This was my biggest year this year.
How many you had?
27 clutches. Okay.
Nice.
And that right there, unnecessary. And what I mean by that, trust me, it's all quality, it's all good stuff. But I mean, is this stuff I need to hold back? No, like, this is just kind of like, I'm going to sell this what I could sell it for. I'm going to make some money, use that money for what I need it for, right? But at the end of the day, like, a lot of the things I'm doing this year, like right now, what's happening is all this crazy double head to other recessive shit. Like I could say confidently, I am now breeding for 2026, I'm like for the future, to where if I keep this up, Ray, mark my word, guys, this is live. If I keep this shit up, and then maybe I won't be up the totem pole, because who knows where the market's going to be in 3 years. Like that's the scary thing, bro. Like the shit that I want to hit in 3 years could be hit tomorrow.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? We see
what the fuck. It's like, dude, that's a scary thing right there, you know?
So look at Justin Kabelka, right? We see him from outside the box, and we're like, God, man, this dude's producing Pompeii's, this guy's producing Exantic VBI, Exantic Clown Desert Ghost, blah blah blah. But what we don't see is that he was already thinking about this shit 3-4 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? We don't think about that. People see Justin and they're like, oh, Pompeii, I'm doing that right now. Like, no, you're not, bro.
Doubt
it. You're not doing it right now. You're gonna spend the next 3, 4, 6 years trying to get that thing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work.
But you know, you want to talk about how, you know, hate on some people who they did pull that off. I mean, let's talk about Miguel. Okay, let's talk about Miguel. Miguel pulled this shit off, like as far as the shit that he's hitting within 5 years. Okay, that is nuts. I'm not saying like, well, hold on, maybe I am saying, because at the end of the day, Justin is one of Miguel's customers. So whatever the fuck, whatever Miguel's making, Justin wants. So that's my biggest goal is to have Justin. I know it's crazy to sound like, right? But to have Justin be like, hey, MJ, what's it going to take for me to take this? You know? And I'm like that I want, and Miguel, I think Miguel would just do it out of pity. And that's why I can't really take it that. But if Justin were to hit you up and get a save, if you out there have been in the ball python game and Kabelka's hit you up for a snake, you are doing it right. That's all I got to say. Okay.
Yeah, we made it.
but what I'm saying, like, that means you're creating your own path. Like there's so much great quality to sit on, Ray. And you know that, like, dude, the homie Emilio, God damn, that guy's a hitter, bro. My dog right there. And you know what? Something very unfortunate about the homie Emilio. Oh, am I gonna talk to you right now? Oh my God, very unfortunate. Very fortunate for Villarino right now, because guess what I'm doing?
Be careful, man. I might have to clap back right now. Go.
No, hold on. So if he was in the room right now, because here's the thing, me and Emilio, we talked. I think Emilio's been, I mean, he's like you, man. He's been a huge support to what I got going on.
Yeah, Emilio loves you, bro.
And Emilio, he really loves me, and so I love him back. But I told him, Emilio, you've been my favorite new breed on the block. Like you have that championship belt. I told him I told him this morning, because it was the most inspirational. Like to see, like, he shouldn't have actually been on a Monday show because he's been in the game, but it was, but he's still tapped into all the new breeders. So that was very inspiring. But guys, right now, if Emilio were to walk in, I would respectfully have to take this belt off, okay? Because we have a new champion right now. And this is all respectful, Emilio, because, bro, this, like, we were just now talking about snakes, but the life lessons in this goddamn podcast, I got to tell you right now, will not only take me somewhere in life, it's going to take a lot of other people that listen to this, okay?
And I hope that people, you know, that they hear it, and that it turns a little gear in their heart to maybe move a little different. That's it.
I mean, it's okay to, like, dude, we're not all going to get along. That's the fact, right? Like, and that's the thing. Like, I probably will say something not to that extreme, but, you know, I'm always going to be MJ, like I said, and I'm always going to say something that not everyone will like, and that's fine, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's just a delivery. It's just like, and it's the demeanor. It's the, when you're saying it during this, like, trust me, I strategically, and not to go back to what we were talking about, I'm just saying I strategically said certain shit during certain times because I knew it was gonna fucking cut someone's throat, and that's the truth, man. But
that's what's called a sharp tongue, right? So you have a sharp tongue, but you're
verbal assassins.
Verbal assassins, correct? I like the way you put that. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? With that sharp tongue comes a lot of responsibility. You know what? It's like the Spider-Man quote, right? With great power comes great responsibility, right? So you could choose to use that sharp dagger to hurt people and make people bleed all over the place, right? And fucking murder everybody with your tongue, right? But you could also use that same tongue to heal people, and you can also use that same tongue to build people up and to make them feel good about themselves. You know what? If somebody's making a mistake, hey, instead of me bashing you, let me teach you a lesson that maybe I think will help you in this avenue that you're going down.
And I don't want nobody getting the wrong idea. Two men talking about tongue feel good. So you guys need to chill. If you're thinking something else, what's going on right now, okay? Don't fuck around with that.
Fucking simpletons. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your fucking mind out the gutter. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So Ray.
No, hold on. Wait. Real quick, man. I just want to say, like, yo, Emilio is one of the fucking most passionate people about the animals, bro.
He's the man.
About the yo, my dude loves the animals through and through, from the very center of his bone marrow to the exterior of his body, right?
Right.
I aspire to be as proficient as he is in what he does, bro. Like my dude is deep into it, bro. He knows, yo, you could be like, hey, how many entries do you have in your collection? And he'll be like, yeah, it's about 11%. 11% of my collection is entry. Like, yo, like, I'm fucking mind blown. That you just said 11% of your collection is entry. And I'm not saying that's the exact number, but I'm just using that as an example. But yo, like how motivating to have someone like Emilio in your corner, and how blessed, bro. Completely blessed. Everybody, man. Everybody that we fuck with is, I feel blessed, bro. Like, for real. Like, shout out to everybody that shows me love and looks out for me, and I just want you to know that I hope I reciprocate the same energy back to you guys.
If you wanted to see what blessings that you could really hope for with your breeding season in 2023, I mean, do you have something that, you know, obviously we can't predict the future, right? But do you have something that you feel like if you're able to hit this snake this year, I mean, it's kind of, you know, I feel like we all, as breeders, we all want to hit something, right? But we all have that one snake that if we could fucking hit that snake, nothing else could even come, and we'll be happy with that one snake. Do you have that?
Yeah, I got that, man. So about three, I guess we're going on 4 now. Years ago,
right?
Very little guy, very small collection, not crazy expensive snakes, nothing like that. And I was like, you know what can I do to maximize my collection's potential? And I was like, well, we could do pied to a genetic stripe, right? And it was a banana pied to a calico genetic stripe. So I went on Morph Market. I started doing research. Not many people have done it. I know Billy had said that he had some issues with it. Other people have had success with it. So I was like, fuck it. This is what I have. Hey, there go the boy.
What happened? There he is. There he is.
My boy.
Oh, dog. There he is. I thought he was out for the night. He was probably counting the percentages right now as we speak. That's what he was doing, bro.
Yo, man. That's funny.
Emilio, dog, listen, man. Okay, Emilio, here's the thing. I feel like he's a man of his word, and he really wants to come to Trap Fest this year. And what would I have to do to get you to come to Trap Fest, Ray? Is that Ray, where are you? Hold on. Where are you out in the country? I know you didn't get to ask you that yet.
I'm in Florida, big dog.
So you are in Florida. Okay.
I'm a Florida boy. Shout out to all the Florida breeders out there. We thick.
That's right, because Brock, the homie, shout out to the homie Morphinary Arts.
Morphinary Arts, that's my G2, bro.
Big time homie right there. Another guy to go follow. Go mess my boy Brock. But listen, how far are you from Emilio?
He's in Miami. I'm about 50 to an hour away from him.
Damn. Okay, so when I fly into Fort Lauderdale, I could tap in with all you guys.
Yeah, you really can. Fort Lauderdale is only like 30 minutes.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. You want me to pick you up from the airport?
You see, I don't want to say, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I already have a ride. I'm not trying to be
perfect, man. Hey, listen, I can see. So that's the thing, right? So that's me wanting to take care of people. Hey, do you need a ride?
Yeah, that's what's up. And mind you, if you guys were to fly into San Diego, I would swoop you motherfuckers up. Personally.
No doubt. I don't know nobody in San Diego, bro.
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, listen. Here's the thing, and I love my city. You want to talk about like arrogance? God damn, bro. Like I got the best Mexican food on lock over here, dog. And I know. I'm telling you, it's hard to beat the Mexican food that I got over here. It's a luxurious place to be, and I love it when I have my people come over here and visit.
Let me be authentic and transparent with you, big dog. I don't eat meat.
Who cares, bro? There's beans, there's rice, there's a lot of other things besides meat for sure. But I don't know what you're talking about, bud. You don't eat meat. What led to this? Let's talk about that.
Oh boy, you want to get into this? Okay, fuck it. Let's do it.
Because listen, I can I say something as far as my boy Andrew doesn't eat meat, and I at one point I was going through a lot of crazy digestive issues, and I just stopped eating meat for like 4 months. And dude, I felt fucking great, bro.
Yeah, I bet you fucking did.
but I ate meat again, and I was like, oh, never leaving you again, because I just love, bro. I'm a beaner, bro. I'm a Mexican. I love.
Let me ask you a serious question.
Tell me.
Okay. Do you love the meat or do you love the seasoning?
I love the taste.
Do you love the meat or do you love the seasoning?
Seasoning's taste, so I would say seasoning.
Okay. So you really don't love the meat. You love the seasoning on the meat and the texture.
Okay. But so, I like what protein, I like what meat does to your body, though. Like, hold on.
As a matter of fact, let's talk about what meat does to your body. So our bodies are naturally an alkaline environment, right? Do you know what alkaline means?
Yes.
Okay. So when you eat dead flesh, it is acidic. So you're putting acid into your body, which compromises the alkalinity in your body,
which causes my digestive issues.
Yes, 100% it does.
Oh man, now we're getting to another true fact of the I just keep going. I need to hear this.
No, it's okay, man. So look, at the end of the day, we're alkaline. Meat is acidic, and that goes against our body's natural composition. So right. So that's one reason why I don't eat meat. Right. Okay. And then you got, so now if you look at it like this, okay, every carnivore, a true carnivore, right, they're not driving because they're fucking animals, because I'm an idiot right there. But when a carnivore sees an animal, they get hungry. How many times have you drove by cows or pigs or anything like that and thought, damn, I'm fucking hungry now? Never, nigga. Never.
I mean, you're right, because I think of the menu. I don't think of the cow. I don't get hungry when I look at a cow.
You don't get hungry when you look at a cow?
I really don't.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Now here, let's get a little bit deeper, okay? A true carnivore has a short intestinal tract, and that's so that the rotting flesh that they consume doesn't start to basically like go rotten in their body. It's a quick pass through. They eat, first of all, they eat it raw, right when they kill it, so it's fresh. That shit actually still has life in the blood, in the muscles. It still has life in it. Right. Okay, so it has short intestines. It eats it. It gets it out real quick. We have long intestines. Why? For plant processing.
Yeah.
Plant processing, bro. We are more gorillas than we will ever be lions.
Lions. What's wrong with being a gorilla too? Because gorillas are fucking just savages,
bro. Beast mode. Wow, bro, how jacked are they? And all they eat is fucking berries and nuts and grass and shit like that.
Does it make me racist that I always prefer to be a lion and not a gorilla?
But why?
I don't know.
Because we're trained to think that lion is the king of the jungle.
Right. But hold on. Wow, this is crazy. This is mind blowing, because I always thought to myself, like, what lion do you ever see not eat meat? And how can you trust anything that doesn't eat meat? But hold on, look at a fucking goddamn panda bear. Look at a goddamn gorilla. Like, these things are, I've never looked at it like that. Wait, so great, gorillas don't eat birds or anything? They don't eat, they're just strictly bamboo and shit?
Well, they might eat like bugs and shit like that.
But that's like tofu.
I guess, yeah. But so what was I gonna say?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, no, man, it's good, bro. Also, let's look at the moral factor of it, right? So my homeboy is a truck driver. He drives 18-wheelers across the whole country. And he was over here the other day getting a tattoo, and he was telling me how he was dropping off pigs to a slaughterhouse. And he said that these pigs were fucking screaming, dude. Screaming like people, screaming like people when he was dropping them off. He actually got to go inside the fucking place and see what was going on. He goes, bro, these things are crying. The animals are crying, bro. They're being slaughtered and they're crying and screaming. That's like terrible. Humans, right? Now, okay, so let's look at something, right? When we have certain emotions, it releases chemicals in our body. Right? You understand that?
Yeah. Say that again. Wait. One more time about the chemicals. Say that one more time.
Okay. So when we experience emotions, whether it be trauma or happiness or whatever it is, we release chemicals inside of our body. Right? Now, when something is being traumatized and something is being murdered or slaughtered, and it has those energetic vibes to it in that moment, that's creating a chemical within that body that now you're going to consume, which is a negative chemical. Does that make sense?
You're consuming fear.
I mean, in a sense, for layman's terms, yeah, sure.
Because they say you are what you eat.
Yeah. Are you a pig?
Wow, bro, come on. Whoa, hey.
No, hey, yeah. I used to like bacon. I get it. But now here's another thing, right? So now people always say, well, what's the argument here? We got to get our protein. We got to get our protein from animals.
The meat,
well,
right.
Well, where the fuck do the animals get the protein?
The actual,
plants. The only thing on this fucking planet that creates protein is plants. The only thing we get from eating animals is the byproduct of what the animal didn't use itself.
Right.
So let's skip the middleman and just go straight to the plants.
Damn. What about fish?
Yeah, I fuck with fish. I'll eat seafood every once in a blue moon, bro.
I'm glad you said that. So you're it's a pescatarian?
I'm like a semi-pescatarian, bro. But I'll also eat cheese and eggs. So I'm also like semi-vegetarian.
So we could go to Denny's together then.
Oh man, my favorite place. Let's go.
Hey, but listen, dude, if it's one thing, ask my wife, man. Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, first and foremost, babe, thank you for not being a blimp and being fucking huge. And if you were, I would still love you. Don't mind me. But the way we would eat, bro, like my eating habits, bro, this is how we would do it. Okay. I think the very first time we went on a date, I took her to my favorite taco shop, which is called Lolita's Taco Shop. Yeah, whatever. Money was rough. Okay. But anyways, took her to Lolita's Taco Shop after we went on a hike. I got her a California burrito, okay? Mind you, like any girl I've ever been eating in front of, I eat like I inhale my food, bro. Like I don't chew. Like when
me too.
Them days hungry, bro, it's kind of like a show. It's like, holy shit, right? Yeah. So I'm really trying to be respectful, and I'm trying to and I'm like very like it's a California burrito, and this is the #1 California burrito in San Diego, Lolita's Taco Shop. And so I get the burrito. And I'm like, we're talking, but we're very hungry because we just took a hike. And I'm telling myself, dude, chew 30 times, take small bites. Don't fucking like take your time, right? So yeah. I'm trying to just eat and look. And like, I look like, I'm like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. I look up, her burrito's gone. And I'm like,
I love you.
I was like, whoa, it gets better though. So her burrito's gone. And I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, take your time. And I'm like, oh no, I'm good. And so I eat my food real quick and I go, oh my God. So we go back to the pad. We're watching a movie. We're chilling. I think like, and then we ate that burrito like 5:30. Okay. 7:30 hits, 8 o'clock. We look at each other and we go get wings and things. Okay. So wings and things is like a fucking wings place, but it's like breaded shit. It's like breadsticks. And we fucking went in like $30 worth of wings and things, bro. And like we would have 2 dinners. We would do double dinners. Like it was crazy. And we loved it. Like it was kind of weird. Like it was like, dude, she's eating like this with me. Now, mind you, this is the first girl that never had leftovers. She eats everything. And I'm like, dude, there's no, and I can't even have bites. Like normally I could just have what I want and do what I want. No, bro, food is everything to my wife. Just as important as it's to me. And I feel like that's,
listen, I'm laughing and smiling because me and my girl are definitely foodies, bro. Like we love to grub out, bro. We love going to all these vegan places out here that make all these different things, falafels, Impossible, whatever it is,
Okay, but, wait. Does your wife ever rely on you on what to eat? Does she say, what are we eating? And you have to pick, or how does that work out? I'm curious. Like who decides what's going to be eaten at that night? I'm curious.
Listen, I am a really bad influence when it comes to food because I'm like, yo, let's go fucking
that's my dad, some McDonald's or some shit.
let's get some pizza or let's get something quick and simple. But
fun stuff.
She's into like getting good food and finding places that have good. She's like the food concierge of our relationship. Is that if that's even the right word? Yeah, she definitely puts me down on some knowledge, and she likes to cook, and she makes some amazing things, and I'm super grateful, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, ask my wife, man. I hooked her because I could cook. I'm just saying, your boy could get down in the kitchen because how much I love food. And man, our dinner, we would just do whatever going out, but I would cook her bomb ass meals at my house. You know what I mean? And but sometimes a lot of my shit, it's all usually like, if it's steak, we're gonna have some fucking mashed potatoes, and we're gonna have a big baked potato with sour cream. Like it's always heavy. Like my meals are always gonna be heavy. But now, like, we were talking about how, like, I didn't eat meat for a while. And like, I realized, holy shit, like I get it. I like my food, but I can't go ham no more. Like,
Yo, let me ask you a question. You ever fast before?
yo, I do intermittent fasting. I mean,
No, not intermittent fast, real fasting. Like,
yeah, I've gone 24 hours. I don't like going any more than 24 hours because it fucks with me. I can't do it, bro.
check this out. I went. The longest I fasted for was 2 weeks.
You're nuts, dog.
No. Hold on. Let me break it down for you because everyone's gonna be like, this guy didn't eat anything for 2 weeks. Let me break it down. Herbs is the way, bro. I take herbal capsules. I make my own herbal capsules. I buy the herbs themselves. Herbs are just plants. I break it down. I throw them in capsules. I take them. I drink herbal teas, and I detox my entire body, bro. You know, you got to detox your liver, your kidney, your intestines. You got to detox your whole body. In that 2 weeks that I fasted, bro, I lost 50 fucking pounds, right? I never had more energy. I was energetic. I was sleeping good. I was waking up good. I was never lagging. I never had midday nap crisis where you need to take a nap at like 2, 3 o'clock.
That's
none of that
all the time, bro. I love my naps too, though. Fuck.
I love naps too. I'm not even gonna lie. I love it, but I didn't need it. I didn't need it. And people were like, Ray, how are you so energetic? You haven't eaten food. And let me break it down because, okay, naturally we're animals. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. We're animals, right? So when we eat, our body takes some stuff and it stores it away for later in case we can't find food because we're animals, right? You know, our bodies didn't know that we were going to have grocery stores down the street at our disposal. So it stores the fat and it stores the fat and it stores the fat. Now, here's the thing. If you never use what's in the storage, you're just backed up. You're continuously filling the storage to max capacity. You never give your body the opportunity to use what it's stored up. Right? So when you fast and you do it for real fast, you're giving your body the opportunity to empty the storage locker and start fresh with a clean slate. And it's not heavy, bro. You feel lighter on your feet, literally lighter on your feet. You don't feel like a fucking slug being dragged around.
Mark Bailey said I gained weight. You know what's crazy, bro? I've been going obviously I gotta tell you guys, but bro, I've been drinking a bottle of wine every episode, and I didn't realize that red wine had that much sugar in it. And I'm not gonna lie, because I've been going to the gym. I mean, I've been hitting it, right? And I can't do cardio because I got fucked up knees. I do the asana and whatnot, but I've been hitting weights, and I noticed that I'm doing work, but my weight ain't going down. And it makes sense because, you know, 3 episodes a week, 3 bottles of wine a week. That's a lot of wine.
Yeah. And it's solo. You're riding solo. You're not even sharing.
And I don't even share it. Honestly, I've been feeling like a king, bro. I've been living life like fucking Lord of the Rings. No. What was it? No, like I'm like that fucking like the little person. What was Lannister or what was the
I don't know nothing about Lord of the Rings, dog. So if you're looking for me to help you out,
Game of Thrones. You never watched Game of Thrones?
Not a Game of Thrones. I'm not a TV guy, bro. Honestly, I watch fucking YouTube and podcasts and reptile shit more than I do any kind of TV anything.
I don't want to use the word. I'm gonna use the word small person because my wife gets mad if I use the other word. I don't mean it because I guess they.
Yeah, no, I get it. So, hey. Woo. Let's go. I acknowledge and I fucking love it.
So this dude Lannister, who was in the royalty family of this episode I was talking about, this fool was hammered off wine every day. Like he would just be chugging wine. I felt like I was that full, like just part of a royalty family and just getting shit faced on every podcast. So if you notice, I've been drinking nothing but water. So we're adapting. We're switching things up because I don't even feel like I need an ounce of alcohol doing this. I felt I'm like, my energy is fucking through the roof right now. Like I'm having a good time. Bro. This is next level shit. But listen, I have a wrap up topic before we get into some hot seat questions, okay? Because
no doubt. Whatever you want to do, big dog.
2 hours went by very quick. I'm not gonna lie. This was a very motivating, but very quick to the point fucking podcast. Ray,
next time we'll focus more on animals.
But listen, this is gonna be one of many episodes. I gotta tell you right now, you're somebody I do want to collab with more. Keys, the usual suspects. I want to get together with you guys. Maybe we can work something out in the future where we could all get together. But either way, yeah, this has been amazing.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah, but listen, we're gonna I'm gonna talk about this real quick. Ball python community, okay. Overall, what could you expect, or not what you expect, what are your expectations as far as market control within the next few years? Like as of right now, there are talks of recessions, and that's fine. People can have their perceptions on what's happening, but in your eyes, where do you see direction and where things are headed with the ball python game? And if you have anyone to maybe say like I feel like this is the person who's leading, whatever you want to say on it. I want to hear it from you.
Okay, so as far as the market goes, hold on, can I read that?
Yeah, ancestral royal pythons. Ray, only you can have me stay up this late, but now I have to call it a night. But just want to tell you, amazing show, my brother, and proud of you. Keep being a gem in our community. Peace, love to everyone in the chat. Damn, that was probably the live chat of the night right there. Thank you so much, ancestral.
Yeah, I fuck with Jason hard, bro. Jason's the man, bro.
Shout out to Jason.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, go follow Jason, man. We're trying to get him to 2,500 so we can get this free snake.
Yeah, let's do that. Go follow Jason, ancestral royal python, Instagram on IG. But go ahead, man.
Okay, so the market, I think that the market is going to make an interesting pivot point where the pet industry is going to kind of slow down, right? Because of the recession, quote unquote, although recession is really mindset, right? But I think that a lot of new ball python people are coming into this industry with a lot more knowledge than the majority of people that have in the past. And with that knowledge, they're going to start purchasing animals that are beneficial to projects that are going to, boost them up on their journey. They're not going to be buying single gene snakes. They're not going to be buying, a single gene pied to put to a single gene pied. So I think that when you said earlier how it's really going to start looking like boutique breeding across the board, I agree with you with that. In the sense that people are getting in with more knowledge, and that's going to be beneficial to the industry and the market. And we're going to be having more high quality animals. It's just, I don't see it slowing down. I don't see it being stagnant at any point. I only see it growing and growing and growing. And that's why I was so adamant earlier about saying that if you own a podcast and you're putting yourself out there, you're the front line. And what you do is very important to the people that are just getting into the industry, or just the general pop, right? The gen pop.
Right.
Super important. So as far as the market goes, that's what I think. We're going to have ups and downs, just like the stock market. Everything has ups and downs. In the down markets is when you want to put your money in. And in the markets when they're high, you want to, that's when you want to make your money. Just like anything else, bro.
Now, here's the reality of some things. We all have people in our circle that maybe feel stagnant. Maybe they feel like they're not going where they want to go. What's your advice for people like that?
Reach out to the people that actually care about you, because the people that care about you are going to give you the best advice that they could give you to see you succeed. When you're fucking with people that really enjoy you, they want to see you win 100%. So in I guess by saying that, I'm just saying, realize who really cares about you, and then have honest conversations where you're not using your ego to play this character that everyone expects from you. You're being authentic in the sense that, hey, I don't know this, and I don't know that, and I don't know this, and please, can you help me? You're my homie. I trust your opinion. I trust your guidance. But you got to build those relationships. You can't be out there, riding solo thinking that you're going to have it all figured out by watching YouTube. No, you have to have conversations with people.
You got to speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed, man. And I got to tell you, people ask me, like, one of the things in the beginning of this podcast, people started noticing, like, they're like, man, how did you get connected with these people? I'm like, dude, you reach out, like, you find a way, you know what I mean? More importantly, meeting the people, like, me and Justin Kabelka have a memorable story when I very first walked up to him at a Reptile Super Show. Do you remember that? Did you remember that?
Yeah. You didn't have the fucking video running.
Yeah. Dog. Bro, 15 days. Listen, for anyone who doesn't know the story, I stopped Justin on the way to the bathroom. Mind you, the guy has to piss probably, right? And I'm like, dude, can I please ask you some questions? He's like, yeah, sure, man. So I hit the button thinking I'm recording. 15 minutes of this guy talking. I say, thank you for your time. I hit the record button, and then it makes the ding sound when it's recording. So I just realized I wasn't recording at all. And yeah, that was it. And I bro, I didn't think I'd ever see the guy ever again. I never.
Listen, as embarrassing as that moment was, years later, you look back on that, and that is such a timeless moment.
It
is.
You know what I
mean? Yeah, that's beautiful.
And it's one of many things I could just laugh at with Justin. And that's how things start, guys. So listen, don't be afraid to speak up. It's okay
Yeah.
if you don't know something. That's fine. It actually shows respect when you're out there trying to learn. Like, I think like people are intrigued by when you ask certain questions, and especially when you adapt to it and you use it, you know?
Bro, I ask, listen, I'm still a little guy, like I always say, bro, but I ask, bro, ask Emilio, ask Terrence, ask Justin from Pipeline, ask anybody I fuck with, bro. I ask a million questions. I think I'm annoying sometimes about it, to be honest with you, but it's because I want to be knowledgeable and I want to move with precision.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my time, and I want to gather as much information as possible so that I could move forward fairly quickly. And I'll learn lessons as I go, obviously, but you know, the more information that people share with me, the better. But they're not going to share with me if they don't know that I need the information. So I have to be vulnerable and put myself out there and say, hey, look, man, I don't know about this. Can you share it with me? I just started doing RHACS like 60 days ago.
Heavy.
I knew nothing, bro. I'm hitting up Terrence. I'm hitting up Emilio. I'm hitting up everybody that I could think of that does RHACS. Million questions.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, oh, wait, one more thing, bro. One more thing.
Sure.
Before we get into the hot seat questions.
Sure.
So if you're out there and you're having anxiety about trying to build relationships or you don't know how to start that,
right.
Podcasts are a great way to do it. So you're in a podcast, you're watching this podcast right now. You should 100% be in the chat and just saying hello to people, voicing your opinion on the topics that the host and the guest are talking about. Once you get comfortable with that, then you start hitting people up on IG. Yo, I really like this snake. You know, how long did it take for you to make that? Blah, 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 blah. Start conversations that are meaningful. Don't just come out and be like, you know, what are you doing today? Like, let it be a meaningful conversation that you start with people, but have the courage to do so, because those are the people that are going to be like, yo, you're cool as hell, man. You know, and you might not think you're that cool, but you don't know what other people think about you.
And then also too, like just because one person might make you feel like you're not cool, that's okay. Like that, like just go find people you mesh with. Like go find. There's so many different types of people in this game.
The people meant for you are going to find you, but you have to put yourself out there first. You have to become the beacon of light, and the people that are meant for you are going to be attracted to you 100%.
And let's all remember, guys, and this is no disrespect to anyone in the community, but for the most part, reptile people aren't people. That's why they're reptile people. So,
and that's why I say you need to care about the people behind the animals.
Right. I mean, but listen, you're just not alone out there. Like if you feel like no one else is scared to put themselves out there, you're wrong. I mean, Justin Gabelka was probably terrified. Like if you want to look at some of his beginning vlogs, the guy was very uncomfortable on camera. Like it was hard for him to continue it, but now he's a fucking natural. Like the guy he has it. And that's not easy to do. Justin's a fucking hard worker, bro. But you know, that goes to a lot of other people who continue to put out content, because that kind of shit is what motivates everything that we have going on today, man. So that's all I gotta say, man.
100%, man. I'm with you, bro.
Listen, before we get into hot seat questions, I do want to put in your plugs. Okay. So obviously we do know, hit up Ray on Instagram if you guys have any inquiries. Alluring Serpents on IG. You also have YouTube, right?
Yeah, but I haven't really done too much on YouTube, and I haven't done too much.
Why not? Let's talk about that. Why haven't you been? What are you sleeping on with YouTube? Because you already have it. Look, I'm about to subscribe right now. Go subscribe right now. Come on, guys. Go to YouTube and subscribe to Alluring Serpents. But what's going on, Ray? What's?
You know what? I'm very listen. I don't care about what people think about me because I'm so fucking hard on myself. So right. I don't. You know, I beat the shit out of myself. Way before anybody sees anything I do, right? So when people critique me, I'm like, bro, you can't hit me harder than I hit myself, so I don't care, right? But when it comes to like making videos and content, I think it's really about consistency that has me hitting the brakes a little bit, because like I don't want to start something and then not be able to be consistent about it, and then have to damage control that. When I start something, I want to be consistent with it. So I would love to start my own podcast, to be honest with you, where I'm interviewing people just like what you're doing right now. And I want to focus on business, and I want to focus on the mindset behind the business, and really, venture out into something like that where I could have a conversation with somebody and make it public for people to learn stuff,
That's inspiring to hear. I didn't even know that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But again, I want to be consistent, and my life is kind of crazy, bro. I got 4 kids. I got a grandkid. I got bills.
Grandkid? You're an OG like that?
I'm a grandpa, dog.
Damn, that's respect to you. And honestly, it does make sense. The knowledge you kind of dropped, man. You're all coming from experience, bro. Like you're literally giving us your life experience. It was your own life talk, and I feel like anything you said today wasn't scripted. It just came from your heart.
Yeah. I just kind of let it pour out, man. And you know, the only thing that, like I said earlier, is just how you articulate it and how you deliver it. And I've done a lot of things where I messed up on how I deliver my messages, and I felt the backlash for it. And I think that's the biggest thing I could share with you personally is like, don't dilute your message. Just maneuver differently so that it's received better.
100%. And like, listen, there's ways of me practicing that too. And I'm going to take this, a lot more serious than people think I will. But I'm, like I said, day by day, I know what I'm up against, and I know
you ain't gonna wake up tomorrow and be a brand new Mike.
Nah, that's just a fact.
That shit don't work like that, bro. It's going to take time, and it's going to take a lot of you checking yourself.
Exactly. 110%. And honestly, man, I just want to say thank you for sticking by all this and hanging out with all of us tonight. Man, we had well over 130 people in the building.
Hey, I reached my goal. I said I wanted to try at least get 100.
We had for the majority of this podcast was well over 100. Okay, so and the likes are up. The likes are over 90. So shout out to all the likes in the building. And it's never too late to hit the likes. But guys, we're gonna end this with style as we always do. We have these hot seat questions for Big Ray. Ray, you ready for these hot seat questions, my man?
I'm gonna do my best, big dog.
All right, man. At the end of the day, it's not about the explanation. Just give us the answer. You ready?
Okay.
Coming in hot. Frozen thought or live?
Live.
A cut or no cut?
Cut that shit.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Yay imports.
One reptile you would import to your collection anywhere around the world. What would it be?
Komodo dragon, 100%.
How about one reptile that you could think of that nobody should ever touch? Leave it in the wild. Don't just leave it alone.
Tortoises, man. Leave them alone.
God damn. How about you, Ray? You a ball python mister or not a ball python mister?
On the back end of the shed.
Respect. Favorite incubation temps?
88. It varies. 88, 89. Jumps back and forth.
Baseball or football?
For me or for me viewing?
For you, just in general, what is it? Baseball or football? You feel like if you just had, for whatever reason, baseball or football?
Football.
Favorite football team?
The Giants.
Wow. Why?
I'm from New York, bro. What are you talking? I'm from Brooklyn, bro.
You didn't tell me that. Okay. Yeah, I thought you were a Florida boy your whole life. I didn't know that.
No, man. I'm originally from New York, man, but I came down here when I was young, so I'm just a Florida guy now.
When you said you're a sharp-tongued Puerto Rican, you said you're from the Bronx or Brooklyn or Bronx. I forgot.
I'm from Brooklyn, bro.
Brooklyn. Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Is the best pizza in Jersey or New York?
I don't fuck with Jersey like that, so I don't even know what they got up there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say New York, right? Listen. When the slice is bigger than your fucking head, and you're paying $2 for it, you can't really beat that.
I gotta say, there are some pizza connoisseurs out there in the East Coast, and some of them try to rally on New Jersey. And the thing is, I don't think I've ever given New Jersey the time of day with pizza, and I want to.
I had family in Jersey, but I never fucked with the pizza there like I did in New York.
Okay, steak or fish?
I had to do fish.
Obviously, right? I forgot. I mean, I still have to ask it. Okay, how about this? Favorite fillet of fish? Like, if it was your choice of fish for dinner, what would you pick?
I like red snapper.
Ooh, bomb. Red snapper, halibut, definitely my favorite. Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
Occasional responsible alcohol.
Favorite alcohol beverage?
Hennessy.
Ooh, man.
Or any kind of cognac. Any kind of cognac. Remy, it don't matter. Any kind of cognac. Courvoisier.
You that private reserve, that private reserve is. I mean, I used to. That was my drink back in the DJ days, man. I don't know how I did it. Now I
just walked around with bottles when I was younger, bro. It was crazy.
Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
I don't know nothing about neither one of them, bro. I don't know.
Okay.
Metallica.
Okay, respect. Okay, how about this? West Coast rap or East Coast rap?
Oh man, you got me.
Got him.
Damn. I'll go East Coast rap.
Okay, favorite East Coast rapper or group of all time?
Tupac.
I mean,
Tupac's from New York.
I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, it's kind of weird that you said that, but still, you mean you can't. You're right.
Tupac from New York. So yeah, I gotta,
guy doing this. Can we just say that?
I know. Yeah. Okay. Touche.
Little word association. First thing to come to mind: U.S. Ark, Florida.
Super important.
First time ball python breeder.
Research your ass off.
Substrate.
Real shit. I'm on paper towel. I'm on newspaper.
Me too, man. That shit banging. I know it's work, but I don't care. I'll change it out. I can change paper so quick. I don't get it.
Let me tell you something. It's free.
It's free, bro. I've been sponsored by Smart Final for 8 years now. I'm not that long, but still, like, bro, they hooked me up.
Okay, look, let me tell you this, bro. I went from substrate to paper towels. Then we went through the great paper towel depression of America, right? You remember that little moment? Yep, and I couldn't fucking find paper towels, so I was like, well, I guess I'll try these like coupon
newspapers,
bro. And I was like, let me try that, and then I tried that, and I was like, wow, fuck it, that's what I'm sticking with. Let's go.
I've been loyal to that for a minute. I'm telling you right now, man. If you've been following me, I'm on that newspaper tip. Hatchings on substrate, and just because it's easier for me. But then I just go newspaper on my adults, and it works. Okay, moving forward. Here we go. Milk.
Acid, acidic.
It does. I mean, for reals. Instagram trolls.
Necessary.
Least favorite ball python recessive.
Caramel albino.
Ooh. Poor albino's been getting ripped lately.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. If it came down to it, eliminating one codom from the ball python project, what would be a one codom that it had to happen, right? You had to eliminate one codom, and it was up to you, Ray. What would it be?
Lesser.
Ooh. But nobody says butter ever. It's always lesser. And it's the same shit, I would say, right? I mean,
it's the same shit. Fucking country crock. It's all good.
Country crock. Hey, listen, bro. This has been a legendary. Enjoy the championship belt. Emilio ain't mad. I'm sure he's
nah, man. I'm gonna share that with the whole team, man. Usual suspects.
Are we gonna give it to the usual suspects? I think we will. Hang it up.
That's not for me, bro. That's for everybody.
Because that click is just motivating. I got to say, I tuned in finally for a Friday night the other week, and just to see you guys all fucking with each other on the same level. Like, there's no politics involved. It's just all love, And I think that's what we're
man.
On. Keep it
we have somebody for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Our group. I mean, that's how this whole hobby is. This hobby has something for everybody. Like, there's there's a piece of a pie for everyone in this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And one thing real quick, man. You had mentioned how like Justin and Miguel work together and they help each other, and they, and it's super important, man. Some people think, oh, you're clicked up, you're fucking dumb, da 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 da. But the truth is, like, unless you have $1 million or $500,000 to drop on some stuff, it's difficult to get into some certain projects. Now, the beauty about our group is that we all mess with different projects. We all have different genetics in our collections, right? So when you build these tight relationships with people, what's mine is yours because we're brothers, right? So what I have in my collection is at your disposal as long as I don't have plans for it at the moment. You know what I mean? And that's going to help us grow faster together. And I think that's super important for people to understand, because when you're in this on a solo mission, it's very difficult to get to where you want to go because you don't have the support that could propel you forward faster. Yeah,
and that's it, man. And honestly, man, no matter what pace you're at, just hunker down and enjoy the process. Like one thing I've been told from a while ago was like the journey's everything. Like you got to enjoy the moments. You know what I mean? Because it's going to make, once you get to where you're going, all you're going to think about is what you went through to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear this thing on Reels all the time. It says the person that enjoys walking will walk further than the person that enjoys the destination. Man, I like that shit.
That shit's just moving to me. But listen, Ray, I want you to enjoy the rest of your night, and I want people to please go give my boy a follow and go support what he has going on, because it's people like him that just bring light to so many darkness, no matter what's going on. I feel so good after this episode, and I gotta say thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate it. What do you have to say to all your supporters, all the 130 people that were tapped in for tonight? What do you have to say to everyone out there, bro?
Yo, just thank you so much. Thank you so much for messing with me and investing your time in me and showing me love and support. And I couldn't be more grateful. There is no words to express the gratitude that I feel for the relationships that I'm building and the ones that are soon to come. So yeah, like just like abundant gratitude. Thank you.
Oh, I got mad gratitude after this. I appreciate you. You keeping it as real as fuck, man. You kept it real Swiss cheese on this episode.
I can only be authentic, big dog. I got no character role to play.
I ain't mad at that, bro. This is amen, brother. You know what I mean? But like I said, thank you so much, guys. It's a wrap for our boy Ray Alluring Serpents, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you, Mike, man. Hey, and just a little PS, man. Like, I look forward to seeing your growth, dog.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to bring you back on the show someday. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, no doubt. We're gonna talk about animals next time.
All right, guys. Tap into my boy Ray. Hey, Ray, have a good night, man. I'll see you later.
You too, brother. Appreciate you.
Knew this was going to be an inspirational episode. Didn't know it was going to be that heavy, but in a good way. I mean, it makes sense. My man Ray is a whole family man. He's a whole family man. A grandpa is that. I mean, I don't believe he's a G-pop, but whatever. It makes sense. Motherfucker has some goddamn knowledge that really hit home to me tonight. And I know I'm not the only one, for sure. What Ray said tonight, a lot of people felt it. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry a lot of this wasn't about Ray's collection and whatnot. And listen, it was important to the hobby for this to be said and for us to be on the same page as far as where we're going from this and moving forward. It's about the animals. And so thank you to everyone who tapped in. I appreciate everyone, all the positivity, everyone in the live chats, especially for here. If you're here for Ray, that's what means more than anything to me. Thank you for everyone who stands behind this guy. Thank you to everyone who stands behind the people they believe in, because that's like, don't ever let anyone persuade you into doing what you feel is right in your heart, right? First and foremost. And that also goes to your guys' projects, guys. Remember, at the end of the day, don't be so vested on people. Make sure your animals are good. Make sure as a keeper, maybe do less stuff in the comments and focus on your animals. Like make sure, are your animals all good? Are they shedding complete? Do they not have mites? Do they have water? Are you on top of your stuff? Like, remember, guys, what's bringing us here today, what brings us to peace, well, no matter what's happening, is the animals, and we should never forget that. Okay, so thank you again. Thursday is going down, guys. I have how to make a little bit of arrangement, okay, and because I feel like this episode is going to be very important also. I mean, I think Ray is a good introduction to what is to come this Thursday night, because I'm not going to lie, this young lady was supposed to come on my show a while ago. You guys remember last year, the whole Nido talk, a certain breeder being accused of sending sick animals to this lady, and she wanted to speak about it. And I'm not going to lie, man, and I know we're moving forward, but if I bullied anybody, I feel like I bullied this young lady, and it's not fair. She should have came onto the show. She should have been able to defend herself and kind of give her story on what she does for her animals. And she's highly respected in the pet trade. I don't want to say pet trade, but the pet keeper department of the reptile game. I've had more than one conversation with her. She knows her stuff, and it's going to be a great episode. I hope you guys are ready, man. But we have Kayla from Jube and Friends. Yes, Jube and Friends. Man, we're going to be setting the record straight on some things. I hope you guys are ready. All positivity, guys. Let's go. But Kayla, thank you so much for giving me another opportunity to bring you on the show. I am looking forward to our talk. I am strategically setting this to be one of the best podcasts I've ever done for any female, because girl power, man. I'm all about the female breeders, the female keepers, and I feel like she's a huge advocate for all the female breeders and keepers because how much she really loves the animals. And we're going to tap in with Kayla of Jube and Friends. Be ready, guys. It's going to go down. And thank you out there. No matter if you subscribe or you don't, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you so much. And just be ready, man, because this podcast shit is just starting to go where I want it to go. And again, I want to say thank you to my boy Ray. My boy Ray really killed this episode. I got to say, man, with all love and due respect, man, these are the kind of shit. This is the kind of stuff that I just want to have available for anyone out there who needs to hear this kind of stuff. Because, at the end of the day, man, hurdles come. It's all what you do when you go over them. So, Ray, appreciate the one-on-one, my dog. you're my guy. Again, my Patreon members, I love you guys so much. If you're looking for exclusive content, if you want to support the trap, or if you just want to be a part of a community that's still growing, because this family is still growing, okay? Go to the very first link that you see below and click the Trap Talk Patreon family. Join whatever tier you like. Once you join the Trap Talk Patreon family, you get a link to the Discord, and that will tap you in with over 150 Trap Talk Patreon members. So thank you to all my Patreon members. Love you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram as well. Don't forget Trap God 619 on Instagram. Go to the Trap Talk Podcast page on Instagram. Go follow me on Facebook as well, the Trap Talk Podcast. And guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Remember to love each other, but more importantly, love yourself, man. Can't love anyone if you don't love yourself. You feel me? So day by day. Oh, we didn't get to talk enough about this, but guys, US ARC, go support US ARC. Had an amazing time at the Reptile Super Show US ARC auction. Shout out to Vanessa, shout out to Phil Goss, the whole entire US ARC team. Go support US ARC. Go support US ARC Florida. And that's it, man. Love your animals, love yourself, and I'm out.